Gar, Gar,
Gar, Gar, Gar, Gar.
Gar, Garcia Aquatics here. Welcome back to another Garcia Aquatics. Berto here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see you guys showing up for the Garcia Aquatics live stream. And we're back at it again. We're going to see how this is going to turn out tonight. And everybody's ready for some action. And everybody is going to be asking about the fish hobbyists and see how the fish hobbyists do their thing. And if there's any questions that you want to ask my guests, what's great to keep, how they do it, what did they use, and all that good stuff. If you want to have a fish room and you want to start your breeding. So, other than that, let me just start it off like this. Let's not forget to hit the like button, the share button, and the notification bell to be notified when I'm going live or when I'm dropping a short and doing a video. And always remember, I have the link in my bio. And if you would like to become a member, you can go ahead and join because you never know what you're going to be missing. And yes, I've been working on a lot of things, so we're going to be seeing what's going to be happening with Garcia Aquatics, because there's a lot of things that's going to be coming around. And I believe it was last weekend or 2 weeks ago, one of those two. Remember, Garcia Aquatics is getting old. So we were at Go With the Flow at Richard Reynolds' house. I did a little video, a little short, just to see how everything will turn out, but there could have been more. I could have recorded and stuff like that. But when you're having too much fun, you don't want to pick up that camera. You don't want to pick up nothing. You just want to enjoy your conversation with everybody, getting to know everybody better. Because behind the scenes, there's always something that you can find out, but nobody can never find out. And that's the way you got to do it. You got to show the respect and the love. And you always got to do that. Other people don't do that. But always remember, let's get this going. And let me start introducing people that just came in. We got Aquarium Fantasy. Thank you for showing up. We got, excuse me, I'm getting over my little cold with all this coughing, but I hope it doesn't interfere with everything. And other than that, before I continue, how's my audio and how's my video? And we continue with the butt flies. Then we got Mr. Way. Mr. Way. It's good that you're talking in Spanish, but the sad part is that Garcia Aquatics doesn't talk in Spanish. I talk in Spanish, but for me reading it and writing it, it's a little hard. But other than that, let's continue. Then we got one of my great members, Sue Ann. Thank you for showing up. And look, we got Southwest Florida Aquatics in the house. And then we got Whips World. It's time to get tanked. Let's get tanked. And then we got Death Charge. Steve, don't worry, I'm still working on it. I know you want one of these, but it's in Garcia. Not in the New York Yankee. You want the Garcia Aquatics. Now I'm working on that still. It's just a little budget because I had to fix my roof and it cost me $25,000. But then we got TK Tropicals. All right. Other than that, let's go ahead and start bringing up all my guests that I have backstage. Let's start off with Southwest Florida Aquatics.
Hey guys, what's up?
And let's not forget, go with the flow. Other than that, the only one with a great name, go with the flow. His name is Mr. Richard Reynolds.
Hey guys,
And also, guys, if you haven't seen their channel, they're coming up little by little. They haven't been dropping videos like they used to, but they're working on it. But any of my moderators, go ahead, please drop their links for everybody to check them out. And we also got a newcomer. We have to get him going because he got a lot of fish tanks. He got a lot of things in his works. So we got to bring this newcomer. Now I know everybody's going to be checking his channel out, and we got to get those moderators go ahead and drop in those links so we could get them out there because they need those subscribers, just like everybody been showing the support and the love for Garcia Aquatics. Damn it. Hold on.
Spit it out.
Let's go ahead and bring
What's up,
no Mr. Aquarium Fantasy, also known as Mr. Henry.
Is it
What's up,
Is
Henry?
it working good?
We're live. We're live. We're live.
There you go.
What's going
I
on?
had to learn how to use this.
You're doing it
Don't
fine.
worry.
It's working.
Whatever you do, don't push no buttons. Just leave it alone. I'll guide you through it later. But for now, please do not touch any buttons.
He goes touching buttons.
I increased the volume.
So basically, guys, what really I know everybody gets always asks this same question to everybody. I'm gonna put this question out there to every one of you. What really got you into the hobby?
Well, I'll start it off. What actually got me into the hobby was probably, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Someone actually gave me some fish, like a 30-gallon tank and a 10-gallon tank with fish in it. And that started out the whole fish thing for me. And what was so weird about that for me was I had fish for so long, but I was given tanks to me with fish and so forth. And then whenever I lost those fish, all those fish to a hurricane, I set the tanks back to the back and so forth, and I started to bring them back out. And then I was having problems with why is all my fish dying? I put them in the tank and they'd die, and I never realized that all the years I had fish of the cycling of a tank, because I was given a tank that was already cycled and taken care of and so forth. And so if I started back again, I had to learn it, just basically everything all over again. So, but being given fish is what started me into fish.
Richard, I think you have an echo coming out. If you got the YouTube, turn down the open the other window and mute the YouTube side.
Yep.
do what now?
You got two windows open: the YouTube and the StreamYard.
You got StreamYard open and YouTube. Mute the YouTube channel one, and leave the StreamYard one unmuted.
Okay. So now I'm just got StreamYard Studio up, right?
Perfect.
Is that better?
Yes, sir. Now the echo is gone.
Okay, cool.
And I see some new people coming into the chat. Thank you for showing up. Wonder Rainbows. We got Slideshow. Thank you for coming. Let me see something. Hold on. Hello, hello. I hear a little echo somewhere. I got Henry cut off. Let me see. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is somebody still?
Let me check mine. I don't think I know mine's off.
I believe it's still Richard.
Yes, mine's off.
I just have one up. It says StreamYard Studio.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
really hearing it that bad at all.
Okay, let's continue. All right. So, so what kind of fishes do you breed the most?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I I switch off all the time. So it all started out with yellowtail cichlids that I started breeding. I had a male and female that were having babies, and I just watched them have the babies in their mouth, and I'd put the female in a tank, 10-gallon tank. She'd spit the babies out, and I'd put her back in the tank, and she was having like 60 babies every 3 months or so. And I turned around and put two more females in with the male, had three females basically, and I was getting so many of them cichlids that I had to stop that baby factory. And then I turned around and tried angelfish, which is I was having problems. I had a young pair. I had 8 of them that I raised up to get a pair, and had a paired off and started having babies. And the first 4 spawns, they never got fertile. And that's how I ended up meeting Richard, was trying to figure out why is my angelfish having issues, and where else to go but the master breeder.
I don't
So
know about all that, but
yeah, I know quite a bit of it though. Yeah. So anyway, and it just come to find out it was I had a young pair that the male didn't know what he was doing, and once he figured it out, it was best pair of angelfish I could have because they were parent raised angelfish. They raised the babies, everything else, and as soon as I pulled the babies out of the tank, 3 days later they would respawn again. It was just that fast. That's why I got so many angelfish, and
Come on.
I stopped doing the angelfish and turned around and I don't know what I was breeding next. Right now, I'm going in. I've got electric blue rams that I'm breeding, and got quite a few of those. I'm trying to get some uh, guppies to breed, but I can't get my guppies to breed. I can get the mutt guppies to breed, but not the pure line guppies to breed. So I'm having issues with that. But other than that, I've got panda cories I've bred, are breeding that they breed whenever they decide to. Shrimp. So that's about it.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring Mr. Richard over. How did everything start? Now
uh,
you on the now you in the spot. So tell us more about yourself.
well, I got started in fish. My first fish tank was a 10-gallon metaframe. My parents got me when I was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, maybe 6. I don't know, whatever kindergarten is. And I've just, I don't know, always had fish tanks and turtles and crayfish and all that ever since. When I was a kid, I'd go collect stuff. And then as I got to be a teenager, I bred different stuff. That's when we moved down to Florida. And it was all new fish for me. But I don't know, I've always had fish. I had a reef tank for 10 years. And when Hurricane Charlie came, that killed that. And so then when I decided to get tanks again and start getting into it more, empty nester, my kids are gone, that kind of thing. I decided to go all freshwater and just have a lot of fun breeding.
And so it was a lot easier to have all the freshwater fish.
Absolutely, absolutely. That and
Hey,
I don't know. I think there's more variety, and I enjoy the breeding aspect of it. And there's not a lot of saltwater fish you can breed other than clownfish. You know,
in your opinion, which fish you think is the easiest to breed?
the easiest I'd say probably your live bears, your guppies and stuff. For the most
Bishardi. Bishardi.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
really easy. Brochardies, Maltese, those kind. They colony breed, so they do pretty good.
I forgot to say that because I breed Bichardies too, and they breed Bichardies. They breed themselves, but
Yeah, exactly.
You just got fish that breeds.
yeah.
Yep.
And we'll get back into Richard and doing this in a minute. Let's find out from Henry. Henry! Oh, Henry!
Hey guys, just so you know, we're popping Henry's cherry tonight. This is his first live stream ever.
Yep.
Oh, but hold on. Let me put it like this. Well, you are in a treat. You're in a treat right now, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna find out more about Henry because he's gonna open like a book right now. So, Henry, the floor is yours.
Well, in terms of first fish tank, that's when I was really, really young, like 6, 7 years old. My parents had. I knew nothing about cycling, and my parents either. So it was a 20-gallon high that had a bunch of different goldfish, big plecos. They didn't know they were big. So constantly we were cleaning the tank out, like we're taking out the fish, putting in a bucket, cleaning the glass over and over, and then little by little the fish started dying off. But after I moved to New York when I was 9, I had no fish tank for about 16, 17 years. I got back into the hobby 5 years ago. I got back into it. There was a little birthday party, and I won a goldfish, motor goldfish. And that started everything all over again. So
That's how everybody starts. They start with the
Yeah.
goldfish.
Usually it's at a carnival. I'm sorry, but
it started. So like, shoot, I need a tank for this goldfish. So I got a 15-gallon, like the cube. Little by little, I started stocking up that tank. I'm like, maybe I get one more. So I got a 55-gallon right off the bat, and that's when it just went downhill. After that, I got more tanks to help with stress because I was doing a lot of stress at work. So I needed a hobby, pretty much, something to relax me more, and I bought more tanks. I started seeing more fish. I'm like, I want that fish too. And then within 2 years, I had about 55 tanks in my bedroom. No,
55?
yeah, had. I moved them in here, but they were when I was buying more. I'm like, where can I fit some more? I don't need that TV. Took out the TV. I
Wow.
had no dressers. I have 2 closets. I'm like, I don't need 2. I can just put all the clothes in one. So I put more tanks. All I had during that time was just the bed in my closet with the clothes. Everything else was just tanks everywhere.
Wow.
They were not just small tanks. I had 10 gallons, 75, 60, 40, 20 longs, 20 highs, all in the bedroom.
it's funny how you can justify putting a tank somewhere.
I
And
see.
you can make space. You can make space.
I look at space. I'm like, I can fit something there. It's like my highest tank was a 10-gallon, and it was about 6 inches from the ceiling. I took all the tanks off the room after a while. My mom, when she would walk in the room, and she would just look at the tanks. She would like them, but she didn't realize how many tanks were in there. Girlfriend back then too, she would look at the tanks. She was like, it took him a minute, and then they started counting how many were in here.
Uh-oh.
Like, wait, I didn't know you had this many here. I'm like, yeah, there's been that many here.
Yeah.
They didn't stop and just counted the tanks. All they see is just tanks. They didn't bother to count. After a while, they're like, I can't have them anymore in the room. It was hard to do maintenance on it, especially when I've overfilled a tank and the water went everywhere on the floor. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta get this out.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
I can relate to almost everything he's saying. So
Sometimes the sponge filters will come loose. Is the dual sponge filters that just like suction cups to the glass? They will come undone. They will float in the middle of the night, and the water will spill over to the ground. Multiple times, going to use the bathroom, I will slip, and I busted my ass a few times. I'm like, I gotta get them out, and that's when I put them in the garage. So before I put them here, I see, more space. So I end up buying, before I even move the tanks, I end up buying, let's see,
70.
90 more tanks.
So how many tanks you got in total?
In here alone, I have about 140.
Jesus Louise. So you got a miniature pet store.
Yeah. See, I have, just on this side, this is all 20 longs. All 20 longs. There's 20 of them here.
See, Dennis, and you thought I had a problem.
20 longs here, and then the two racks right here is all 20-gallon highs. And there's 30 of them.
Wow.
And then because these racks are 77 inches like long, there's enough space to put a 5.5 gallon in the end. So in the little ends, there's 5.5 gallon tanks in the edge. And then here, this side,
Jeez,
6 gallon.
I told you.
I guess I gotta go up there and do a video of this amazing fish you got.
The plant right here, this is just one single plant that just grew everywhere.
Jeez.
Oh, and you think Richard ceiling fan's bad? The plants growing out there too, crawling everywhere.
So you shut the fan off before you get into that top tank, right?
Oh no,
No.
I work with that top tanks with the fan on. And
you're just looking for a great haircut. That's what you've been doing.
yeah. And here 75, another 75. Here's the
I'm gonna
yellow
butcher
tails.
her name. Sengeti wants to know. I mean, who is it? Somebody else was? Oh, depth charge wants to know if those are natural tanks. I see
Yes.
sponge filters. So
Oh, it has sponge filters. It's just the glass is a little dirty. These guys move the dirt so much. Dennis, these is I think the yellow tails I got from you.
the yellowtails, yeah.
They move the dirt so much they dirty
Yeah.
the glass. But here, this is just algae. It grew in the glass. This is where the mascara barbs are. And they breed better with the algae covering the glass. They feel more comfortable, but they're in there.
So sometimes it's good to have algae, and sometimes it's not good.
Yeah, they eat from it. In the guppy grass, they eat the whole thing real quick. And then on this side, let's see if I can see. Here's 5 more 20 talls, the little 5.5, and then 4 40s. This side.
Let me ask a stupid question.
Yeah.
20 tall and a 29. What is that? What?
A 29 is just the same length as a 20 long. It has the same height as a 20 high, but it's the 30 inches long instead of 24 inches long.
Because I got some 29s, and I was like, those look like 20 talls look like my 29s.
So it's just pretty much the same length as a 20 long, but just the height of a 20 high. That's all a 29 is. And here's 4.
Hey, sorry, thank you for coming. Sorry.
And here's 3 more 40s. Here's some more. 10 gallons here. 70.
Oh, you froze. I guess when you start showing more tanks and more things, the camera overloads.
Was he using his telephone, I wonder?
I guess so. We got
He'll probably come back. Mm.
oh, he came back.
Thought I was crazy. He's got more tanks than I do.
I hit screen with
Told
my
you don't hit
finger,
no
took
buttons.
myself out.
Told you no buttons.
No
And
boost.
Dennis, these are the empty fish you gave me.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
first,
they
the
look
first
good.
time. And here's the little ones. The ones you gave me
Just
last
the other
weekend.
day. Yeah.
10 gallons. I'm breeding a bunch of killifish. And these guys. Here's all 10 gallons here.
It's okay, Nathan. But thank you for showing up, though.
See, just breeding some blue glars here. Bunch of this whole rack is just killifish. And then this is where I put the eggs to hatch. It's on wheels, so I can move this around. And a 10-gallon down there. Now,
Who are the other panelists? We're the special people.
the laundry room.
Hey, look at this. Y'all got Suhan doing the tank maintenance now.
Doing tank maintenance takes a long time because I don't have an automatic water change system, so it's just old-fashioned, one tank at a time. Oh, and Richard, here's the fish we got from the fish collecting. Here's the mollies in here.
Oh, okay.
The blue fins are in here, and the least killifish are in here.
Awesome. Yeah, you should have gotten plenty this time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all the tanks. I'm still figuring out how to fit more.
You're still planning to get more, huh?
Either that or wait till the new fish room is built.
Yeah, how come our names don't pop up underneath us?
Because the way I got it like this right now, but I'll fix that right now in a minute. There it is.
There we go. People were asking, who are these people?
And I'm gonna go right up here.
See,
Where is
hey,
it? I'm gonna fix that right now. Here it is. And your name's gonna disappear, but this is the link to everybody's channel, so you can check them out. We got Aquarium Fantasy. There's his link. Go with the flow. There's his link. And then we got Southwest Florida. There's his link. And you already know who I am, so don't worry about me. But go ahead and subscribe to these guys. Let's bring their channel up because the same way you guys are starting to support the love to Garcia Aquatics, we should do it to everybody. We should show the support and all the love. We should go ahead and start hitting that like button, that share button, and turn the notification bell because you never know when they drop a video or a short of their wonderful fish that they're keeping and the fishes they're breeding. And guys, don't be like Henry. 140 tanks and counting.
is that how many you have running or total tanks?
No, how many have running?
Right, there you go.
I still have the two 180s. They're empty. I couldn't find room in here, so they're just empty in my room.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They'll kill me. When I had 40 tanks, I had all 20 gallon longs, but then I started giving it away to my local breeder because I started picking up all my 125s, my 150s, free and cheap. But this one over here, hold on. This one right there, it's from the leak. So now I got all the frontosas with the severums. And now I gotta look for another bigger tank. And the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try to find myself at least a 300 or 400 gallon. So I can have my Oscars, my parrot, in my Florida gar in a bigger tank, and then I'll move all the Photosas to this tank or the Severals to this tank. Because I need another bigger tank. And I was going to do a saltwater tank, but I'm not going to do a saltwater tank because just going to Richard, seeing those amazing electric blue crayfish, and also those guppies, and all, put it this way, all those nano fishes that he has, and the angel fishes, you just want to get them. And how can these guys in the chat find you guys? Not only through the YouTube. Do you guys have any website that anybody could order fish from you guys?
I don't. I just have the YouTube thing, and you know, people can email me that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have a website either.
Same. We're all pretty much the same boat, and
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just getting
hobby
used to
kids.
getting into shipping fish. So let me get this
I
thing
will
set
be.
up.
I will be. For me, I'll be, and I think you're going to be there too at Coral Springs in April at Aquapalooza.
Mm.
I've got a table there, so
Hey, guy. Geez, what I just did now.
you're planning on going to Aquapalooza, right, Garcia?
Yes, sir. I'll be there, but I won't have a table, but I'll be walking around like I always do. Get everybody's nerve. Oh, man, Coach Garcia again.
I'll try to go there. Are you going, Dennis?
I can't make no definite plans. So
Dennis made it to
All
the
right,
last.
just go.
He made it to the last one, Henry. The Aqua Expo there in Coral Springs.
yeah, it was
I
nice.
think I think he had fun. Let's just say he didn't go home empty-handed.
Give me a second, guys. Here. Uh,
Man,
no one.
my ocean blue shrimps, Richard, are really doing well.
Yeah,
I was looking at them today.
Today. Yep.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, they're breeders. I mean, they're a beautiful blue,
Yeah.
and they breed really well.
Hey, Dennis, go ahead and type something in the chat.
Something.
Just type anything in the chat, and you too, Richard.
Oh,
I can't see the chat from my tablet. I'll have to do it on my phone.
yeah, I'm on my phone separately. So Dennis, how you liking the new shrimp?
I like the shrimp. I really didn't think I'd care for shrimp because I'm like, well, what does shrimp do? They just sit there, they just go all all the time. But yeah, I really enjoy the shrimp. They're really nice.
What can I say? I was a bad influence on him with the shrimp.
Yeah.
He kept coming over to my house and looking at them and looking at them. And no, I don't want no shrimp. I don't want no shrimp. He finally got him some shrimp. Now he's wanting everyone he can get.
It is.
You want every color now, I think. How many colors
Well,
you got?
I've got the red, and I've got the blue diamonds. I've got the yellows. I've got the green. Was it green emeralds?
Yeah.
And I got the blue oceans. And Nathan gave me the orange, whatever pumpkin things or whatever. And I got the snowballs.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's what I got.
You got your oranges from Nathan. I got mine from Henry.
Yeah, I got a couple from Richard too of the orange ones that came through Henry's deal, but
Yeah, because that line still spits out some orange release once in a while. So you can get two kinds.
Mine are throwing quite a few. I think I'm going to take another tank and see if I can't get the release
Reallys. I want reallys.
Really good, you know what I mean?
All right.
Really
I turn you guys as moderators. You can go ahead and type in your email, and people can reach out to you guys and you can chat away with them and whatever fish they're looking for. But always remember, guys, always remember this. There's some fishes that they have may not be suitable in your state. Check with your state first.
Yep. Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll just put my email out in the chat. So that's my email. Anybody wants to get a hold of me.
All right, there's Richard's email.
Let me see if I can put mine in there. Oh.
And Nathan, I put you as a moderator. Like you say, you want to drop some links. Go ahead. And there's good old Henry's email. We're waiting for Dennis.
Garcia, but to Richard's house, you can get more tanks, but smaller instead of bigger.
Oh yeah. And I was supposed to grab some fish and I didn't. Because Lady Shimmy, she was like, look what time it is. And yes, guys, I got a heavy foot. Even though it's not good, but I did it anyway. I drove myself home doing 85. The whole road was mine. And driving that truck, that little SUV, Nissan Rogue, it just felt like I was driving around in a Lincoln Navigator or a 1976 Cadillac because, boy, let me tell you, it was just smooth. All the bumps and everything, I was just going. But when I got home, she goes, were you driving fast? I'm like, you saw how fast the trees were moving, right? She goes, yeah. That tells you I was going fast. But I really had a great time meeting you guys over there, especially Skipper and everybody else, and Eduardo, everybody. It was a great pleasure to meet all of you over there.
It was.
Likewise.
Yeah, I think we all had a good time.
Yep.
I was going to do a live stream, but when you get into that role, having a good time, you can forget about the cameras and just go with the flow.
When we went out collecting fish, I brought my phone and all that, and I was going to do live stream of that, of collecting fish and so forth, and I'm just like, didn't even think about it once I got there, you know.
I was the same. Like, no time to record or anything. It's just canal after canal. Like, easy to record, you slip into the water.
And we caught a lot- we caught a lot of
With all the conversation, the way we were having it, we were like, nope, we're going to go ahead and enjoy this conversation. We have no phones.
Yep.
And there's South Florida Aquatics email on the YouTube channel. And his email, you can email him.
It should have been up there somewhere, PC repair.
Yep. I have it right on the screen.
Yeah, there you go.
And the funny thing is that Nathan, even though he's not here because he got some family that came in and stuff like that, but he's doing a great job. He's just dropping those links like crazy. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button and turn on that notification bell to be notified when a video is coming out or when the show is going to come out. And also, go ahead and go ahead and subscribe. Any advice would you like to give for a new fish keeper? Let's start off with Dennis.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I was typing.
That's all right. What great advice will you give for a new fish keeper to start off a new tank and everything? What's the best fish they could
The
start
first thing I would honestly tell a new fish keeper is to learn the cycle system of a tank, how the nitrogen cycle, so you don't kill your fish from the very get go. A lot of people go down, buy a tank, throw the water in there, grab the fish, throw in there, and don't put dechlorinator or nothing in the water, don't know nothing about the nitrogen cycle, and kill all the fish. And then they're deterred from the hobby and don't want to do it again. That would be my advice.
same question for you, Mr. Richard.
I'd say,
No.
for me anyway, is don't worry about keeping your aquarium super clean. Ponds and lakes and rivers aren't clean, you know. Detritus and a little bit of mold, it's in all my tanks. I don't keep them spotless, but my fish are healthy and happy and they breed a lot.
So basically, you're saying is don't do water changes.
Oh no, I do water changes. I have an automatic
No,
water.
I just had to say that. I just had to say that.
Yeah, no, I'm not one of the, like all my tanks have sponge filters. I run them all off of one piston pump, linear air piston pump. And I do my water change system. They get a water change every other day, about 10%. But the way my system's set up, the way the water's going in and coming out, it's probably somewhere between 5 and 7% every other day. So I believe in water changes, filtration, that kind of stuff. But all my tanks are planted. All my tanks have a pretty deep when I say deep substrate, I don't mean the big 4 or 6 inch deep substrate. Most of my substrate's 2 to 3 inches thick, whether it's cichlid sand or just regular. I use a lot of pool filter sand in mine.
That's what I use.
Yeah, and I have soft water aquariums and hard water aquariums because where I'm at, I'm on a well, so I use RO water and then remineralize. But yeah, a lot of my tanks, I leave a certain amount of mold in there because when the fry are growing up, that's what they feed on.
Can I interrupt you for a second? That's something I have noticed that, me as I've been in the hobby for a while, but not forever, like you. And I used to always see moam in a tank, and oh my God, I got to get the hose. I got to start siphoning it off the bottom. I got to clean the tank, and oh, it looks so bad. But as I watch videos of like people like keeping it simple and watch you as a fish breeder and all different fish breeders, every fish breeder I see that's breeding fish has some type of moam in the bottom of their tank. And it tells me something, like now I still keep mine clean. It's just the way I am, but I never realized the importance of the moam.
Same question for Mr. Oh, Henry.
For me, it's more of don't try to chase too much water parameters. If you're gonna get a fish, just get him to adapt to your water. Don't try to make it as close as possible to the wild where they come from, because you're gonna be in a wild goose chase trying to get those water parameters, pH, temperature. I say just use the water you have and look what kind of fish can work with your water. Don't be chasing anything else because it's going to get more difficult and you're going to end up killing more fish in the process. I did a few of those at the beginning. And for filtration as well, you have to go for expensive filters. A regular sponge filter works pretty fine. You have to go exactly for the expensive route. Just you do research. Sponge filters work fine. You don't need an expensive light. A regular shop light works pretty fine.
I didn't ever realize how good sponge filters actually worked because I've always been a hang on the back filter person, and I liked a lot of the water movement and so forth. And once I've set up, all my tanks with all the sponge filters and so forth, it's like, wow, it it's a whole lot easier. Now, I may be wrong, I should say, but I neglect my sponge filters a lot. A lot of times I don't clean them as they probably should be, but I don't really think that hurts them. I really don't.
No,
So
as long as the water flow is still working, you're pretty good because all the bacteria is in that dirty filter.
right.
That's why I like the dual ones because you just clean one filter 1 week and then you clean the other one the next week.
The only reason I don't like the dual ones is because they come undone. I
Oh yeah,
get the dual ones and put them on some weighted base, and I'd be happy as could be. Because, like I say, they float to the top. Every one of those I have float to the top
they
at
do.
one point or another. Where the actual sponges with the weighted base, they don't float. So
I'm surprised the dual ones don't have a weighted base.
yeah,
That worked pretty nice because they work. I like these. I like them better than the weight ones. They just go to the bottom because it's when you clean that filter, it's just one single filter, so a lot of the bacteria is going away. But I wish the dual ones had the same weight as the one single filter. I wish they had something like that because they flow a lot.
Will you use a plastic bag when you're taking out the sponge filter to clean? Do you
That's
use a
it.
bag
That's it,
like
block.
like Corey does from a Grand Clock?
I pull mine out.
Yeah, I don't do that. Mine goes right under. I've got a laundry sink, and I pull the sponges apart, clean the heck out of them. But a lot of times for me, I've got a ton of extra sponges. So if I'm feeling lazy that day and I got a sponge that's getting clogged, I'll just pull it out, throw it in a bucket, and I just put a nice clean one that's been dry. I dry all my sponges so nothing can transfer. And I'll just stick a new one on and let it go. I mean, there's enough filtration in my tanks with the plants and the substrate and everything that, as long as the system's good, pulling the filter out and putting a new one, fresh one in, doesn't bother my tanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
for me, whatever clean water I have ready for the water change, I just put a little bit of water in a bucket, grab the filter, just squeeze it on that clean water, and just put it back. Obviously, I throw the water away, but that's how I do it.
yeah, I've never
Uh,
really worried about them. Whenever I clean the sponge filters, I just clean them and put them back. Never worry about it, and never had no problem with the tanks crashing per se. Or I wash
No.
them with. I used to take the bucket of tank water and clean them all out and so forth, like you're supposed to do. But a lot of times, I'd like to say I put them right underneath the sink, wash them out, and put them right back in the tank, and have no issues with them. I just always dechlorinate the water whenever I do something like that. But other than that, and that's something else I would recommend too. If you got a lot of tanks like Henry, and I don't know if Richard uses it. I use Safe instead of Prime, the powdered form of Prime, and I take the Safe itself, which is powder, and I mix it into a liquid and pour it into my Prime bottles and use it as a Prime instead of the Safe, because the Safe is really hard to put into like a 5 gallon or 10 gallon tank versus mixing into a liquid form and using it as Prime. So because I can get a bottle of Safe for like $12, and I don't have my Prime bottles outside. And a regular Prime bottle is like $22, and I get like 6, 7, 8 bottles of that for $12 versus $22 a bottle. You know,
yeah, I've been hearing that the safe is better, but you just got to do the right measurements. Because if you don't do the right measurements, you can kill your fish.
yeah. But like I say, there's a video I pulled off of YouTube, and it shows you the exact amount of how much the Safe to put in and how much water to put in, and his formula's there, and it's right. I ain't had no issues with it at all. My only question would be was how long a shelf life would it be the same shelf life as a regular Prime versus I don't know what that would be.
Hmm.
See, I don't have to use any of that because I'm on well water.
Yeah,
For me, I just use regular dechlorinator because I have a gallon worth of it, and I prep all the water out in the back in 5 gallon drums with air filters each running for 24, 44, 48 hours. So I let the sun treat that.
yeah. You should add with the air filters in there in 24 hours. You should be naturally dechlorinating it and then putting your dechlorinator, so you're like a double
I just
dose. So
I just don't trust my city water. they have done a few mess ups recently, and I'm like, don't trust them. I think
Yeah,
over a
that's why.
year.
That's why I see you got those 55 jugs in the backyard.
Yeah, because over a year ago,
Nathan.
the water ended up having Ebola. The drinking water in the tap had Ebola. They had it hidden for like 3 days, and then it got publicly. So I'm like, well, I can't trust what is in the water, so I just leave it treated for more than 24 hours outside. Because I lost quite a bit of fish when that happened.
Yeah, I
And
gotta
after
get with
that,
Nathan. He's supposed to be bringing me another drum.
they had to re-pump the system, so there was a lot of chloramine being pumped to that system.
Ooh.
And most of the time, they don't say where they're gonna do it, flush the system. So I'm just better safe than sorry.
Oh, Lady Shimmy, thank you for the super chat. I got something for
Bam!
you. I got something for you. Give me a second. Come on, dog. Get out of my way. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's a little something for you. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Lady Shimmy.
Was that you playing bowling there?
Yeah. Hey, I was at Richard's house and I had my bowling bag in the back of the truck.
Ah.
That's my American Express card. I never leave home without it.
I was gonna say it probably don't come out of his truck.
Even though a lot of people tell me don't leave your bowling bag in the car, because with the heat and then with the cold, heat and cold, you can crack your bowling bag. But I haven't seen crack, and I'm happy with it. Knock on wood.
Yep.
And what would be the easiest fish for a beginner?
Easiest fish for beginner.
I'd say a guppy or a betta.
Guppy.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry. Death charge. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Here's something for you. Here's something for you. Here's something for you. Let me try this one instead. Let's see what happens.
I like that.
Nice.
Really, thank you for your support and all the love. Thank you very much. So really appreciate it. So, like you were saying, the easiest fish to start off with for a beginner.
I'd say a guppy or a betta.
I say guppy or a molly.
Yeah, mollies. Most of your live bears are easy.
But for me, I believe that having a guppies or mollies for a beginner is going to be very hard for them because, as you already know, they breathe so much. And for a beginner, they're going to go crazy and they don't know what to do. And they'll end up killing their fish.
Yeah, getting more tanks like me.
Once that first set of babies, they're hooked.
Tank syndrome.
Yeah. You first start getting small tanks for like quarantine or for the babies, and then little by little, you want to use that for something else, and you get more.
Fingerman, swordtails are pretty easy too. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of the live bears, I would say.
Which one you said, Dennis?
I said guppies, but I kind of disagree with betas because I always killed all my betas.
Why you kill your betas? Did you
Probably
put 1 gallon?
Maybe you overfeed them and the water gets really nasty and you didn't change it, and yeah, it may be a lot to do with it.
Yeah, what you think?
Yeah. Well, they said you don't change the water, you leave in this little cup, and yeah, but that was whenever I was a kid.
Killifish is a good option too, but don't expect much fry from them. They're gonna eat their babies.
Yeah.
They're pretty hardy.
Well, so like I said, I've always been around fish. My grandmother had fish. She had big Oscars, and
Something
she
like this.
taught. She Yep. Yep. She taught me as a little kid not to play with the fish and stuff like that by putting things in a tank because she had to. I mean, it was a big Oscar, and she made me put the tip of my finger in the tank, and that thing bit the tip of my finger, and I never went close to the top of that water again. I was probably like 6 years old or something, and it didn't hurt me, but oh my God, I thought I'd lost my finger.
Basically, I got these right here for my good old friend right here. And I'm going to put him right in the solo. He was the one that got it for me. And this is where I had my beautiful electric blue crawfish. At first,
Yep.
they gave it to me. I was like this. They're too beautiful to give it to Walter. Walter, you can get the feeder ones. But these are going into the guppy tank, and they've been doing awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of what's nice about them. They don't. I've had them in with guppies, mollies. That they don't mess with the fish at all. They're vegetarians. I feed them. If I get hair algae in any tanks, that's what I throw in for the crayfish. You know,
Really, I
that
didn't know that.
moss, they'll eat it all.
I should have knew that because they don't eat your shrimp, but
Yeah, 'cause
I didn't think about it. I always thought for sure they'd snack up a fish or something, you know.
no, they don't
Yeah.
tend to waste their energy chasing something small. They will either go after your plants better before anything else. The shrimp,
Yeah.
they don't bother them. They'll waste more energy chasing that small shrimp than they will get back in return when they eat the shrimp.
Well, now don't get me wrong. If there's a fish that dies in the tank,
That's
Oh,
they
yeah.
are a scavenger, but they won't. They don't, like Henry said, they won't chase them at all.
Because most of all the electric blue crayfish, I raised them all with fish, guppies in the tank, and they never really bothered them because the guppies are too fast. Even during the night when the guppies are resting, they're still faster, and most of the crayfish just look for something dead instead, or plants. They love
Dennis,
duckweed. Duckweed they love.
Dennis, mine. I've got neocaridina in with them, and they don't mess with the shrimp at all.
yeah, I've seen them the shrimp crawl on your crayfish, cleaning
Yep.
them off and all that. I thought it was cool.
Yep.
Now, one thing with them, if they figure a way to get out of the tank, they will get out.
Oh yeah, I've got lids on my tanks.
Even though I got lids on mine, but I'm just making sure I got the rocks away from the sides. And if I have the rocks, it will be low. And my driftwood, I just make sure that it's not too high.
Can they climb up the air hose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I
If-
remember this little thing with like a plastic cup holder you put the airline through that just keep the bubbles from bubbling. I wonder if that would stop. No, they'd probably get on that and climb right up there like a platform.
Yeah. They figure it out. If your tank is full of duckweed on the top, they will climb the airline and hang upside down and just start picking on the duckweed.
Guys, take over the chat for us for a bit. I gotta let this dog out. She's driving me crazy. She keeps walking to the door, coming back and whining. I gotta let her out. I'll be right back.
Henry,
Yes.
what kind of crayfish you got? Don't you got like oranges and blues
Oh,
and
got all kinds of different ones.
yeah?
I have the electric blue, the pink sakura, the snow. I don't have the snowball white anymore. After the original mill passed away, and I was moving tanks. It was the transition of moving the tanks from the room to here. A lot of ones didn't like the movement, so I don't have the white ones anymore. I have the supernovas over there, but I only have a pair left because I can't really breed them or anything. So they're over there.
You can't breed them. Why? They just won't breed, or you just
When I got them, it was a while back, and they're pretty invasive now. So they just stay here. I don't let them breed or anything. So they're more for decoration at this point. To eventually they die all age, and that's pretty much it with them.
decoration? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can show you. The
So you say the Rams made it home, huh? Made it back?
see, this is where most of the area where I breed the blues. See how dark it is because of all the duckweed.
Huh.
So all the duckweed, I dump it in these tanks, and they'll eat them. They'll go upside down on the air hole on the airlines, and they'll eat them. I have more down here too. See?
Whew.
They just hang on top of the brick and just eat all the duckweed. Or, I mentioned when the duckweed dies, they hide underneath it. That's one of the males right there.
That's something I don't want. Duckweed.
Nobody really wants duck.
I know.
It disappears.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you
Yeah.
got it, it comes back.
When I went to that expo where you had that table at, I got them albino quarries, and there was one little speck of duckweed in that one. I'm like, ah.
Oh yeah. And this is where I grow the guppy grass. This guppy grass is just for food for the mascara barbs. They eat a tank every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Guppy grass is part of their diet for their gut biome.
And then you throw away like usually about a 5-gallon bucket of guppy grass every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, just grows so much in my tank. Well, I've got it in all my guppy tanks. You know.
You give it to your crayfish, they'll eat it in no time.
Oh yeah, they do. That and hair algae and Cladopora algae, the whole bit, moss. They'll eat anything.
Oh. She's coming to Florida.
Who, Sketty?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to prevent any from this plant from growing any of the tanks where the crayfish are. That's when the roots go down into the tank. That's a way for them to climb out. It makes it look more natural, this plant in here.
It does.
The leaves
Mine always get about a foot long and then die. I don't know why. And I got a whole plant outside in a planter. I just pull another piece off, throw it in there, and it grows for a while, but then it just die. I don't know if it's because the fish eat the roots or something. I don't know.
It could be. This one, after a while, the roots are in different tanks when they started growing. Like on the tank with the yellowtail you gave me, there's roots in there. Some of the 20s have roots growing in there where the shrimp are. So the plant itself started spreading. So there's root systems in a lot of tanks. I have to go in there eventually, once in a while and trim the roots down because they can easily overrun the tank. So you have to like trim down some of the roots.
But you said the electric blue Rams made it back, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
They are. They're down here. See if I can see. They're in this tank. They're right there in the corner.
They hide.
That they do.
All six made it fine.
Yeah, cool. I pulled a bunch out of that. I pulled a bunch out of the grow out tank that they were all in one tank and split them up and put them with my panda cories because that was all that was in there was panda cories. And I don't know how many I put in that tank. They seem to be a lot more happy in there by themselves away from all the other ones.
This is where I have the mosquito guppies and some of the grass shrimp are in this tank. It's just all Amazon sword growing here. All the algae started growing on Amazon sword. And then
So that means Punta Gorda and Sarasota is close to you guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Punta Gorda, Sarasota is approximately, Punta Gorda is what, 30 minutes away?
Yeah.
Sarasota is 45 to an hour.
Yep. And then Naples, that's down where Nathan's at, about 45 minutes to an hour away.
man, all this is far from me.
I'm the only one that's real far. I'm the only one that's 3 hours away from you guys.
Yeah, Henry's got you beat. Henry's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
3.5 to 4, depending on traffic, and depending how fast I'm going.
Let's say Richard,
I'm
Nathan, and
better than
myself,
anybody.
we're all within half hour of each other.
Yeah.
Like, you guys
Yeah,
get to
the three of us
Richard
are.
more often. I have to make a whole plan for a vacation to go see Richard.
Yeah, but you bring a truck full of fish back.
Yeah, exactly. Did you count how
Steve,
many of the bluefin killies there were? There had to be 50 in there.
About, I think like 40 or 50. A
And
lot.
the mollies, there was a bunch of mollies.
Yeah, yeah. All the mollies, I had to move them for
He's
the
talking
meantime on the
just
20.
so a lot of people may not know the killies and the mollies and stuff like that he's talking about. Those are the fish that we caught out of or they caught out of the ditches whenever they came down.
And there's like the killifish that we're still trying to figure out.
Those are all wild caught fish.
Yep. Yeah, bluefin killies, least killifish, sailfin mollies.
Yeah.
And then Henry caught that one killifish that I still think it could be a Seminole killie.
So
When he
Skipper
first
took
put
a,
it
looks
out,
like it.
Skipper
had
took
all
a
the
bunch
yellow
back up
spots.
with him too. So
Huh?
Skipper took a bunch back up with him too.
Oh yeah, he took a bunch of least killies, melanistic mosquitoes. Well, I mean, he just had a lot of fish from my fish, your fish room. He had a lot of fish going back.
God, we're never been heard of. We're nobodies. Well, check out our channel. I don't want to butcher that name. Pets.
Pesonic.
Check out our
It's
channel, and
Pesonic.
then you'll know.
And I'm trying to find all the links. Was I had it before?
Blackfish. Yeah, we got blackfish.
All the fish Skipper took. Why? That was a lot.
I don't think we caught any blackfish this time, though, did we? Did y'all?
What?
Did Shagatti wanted to know if we caught, or I see blackfish question mark. So I think she was asking did we catch any blackfish, but
No.
they're there. We just didn't happen to catch any this time.
Well, the flagfish, that's like we didn't catch any golden top minnows. Certain times of the year, just like we caught a lot of sailfin mollies, but no males. Certain times of the year is when the males will show up. You know, that some of the females turn. And the same with the the golden top minnows, the flagfish. They're very seasonal fish sometimes. I think the cooler weather really knocks them down because you do it in the summertime. That's when you get a lot of flagfish, a lot of the golden top minnows, that kind
The
of
jewel
stuff.
cichlids.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that male sailfin because I have like at least 30, 40 females in that tank.
Yeah, because we went a week after that big massive cold front that came through.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in the 30s and stuff like it. Don't get in the 30s here, and it was in the 30s here, and we went about a week afterwards. So a lot of them are probably still deep in the grass hiding and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pesonic. There's the links in case you didn't see it, but I think you found them. But anyway, I put the link.
He said he subbed to us, and I'd appreciate that. I really do.
Let's keep on helping these guys up. Get all that recognition like they did for everybody else. So let's help them out. Let's show all the support and all the love. Come on, guys, we can do this. And I really appreciate everybody for being here. And I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving yet. One question. What do you guys think about the convicts, the black convicts?
The convicts.
Yeah. I personally don't really care for them, but that's just my preference. I know a lot of people that love them. I heard they breed like rabbits.
That's the biggest problem. They're like the Brashardis, Dennis. They just breed and breed and breed.
Right.
They will
Listen,
They will overrun you real quick.
I'm like I say, I'm trying to get away from the bigger tanks and go with a lot of smaller tanks to get a lot of different variety of fish.
Yep.
What tank size are you looking for? Like more 10s, 20 high?
Yeah, I was 10s and 20s where I'm gonna stay with, and like I say, I've got 75s and 55s and 29s and just all kind of oddballs because I find 90% of my tanks on the side of the road, and I haven't bought. Well, I just say I just bought a bunch of pin gallon tanks just here recently, used tanks. Got a good deal on them, but I normally don't buy a tank. I find them on the side of the road and clean them up, reseal them, and put them up.
And you're lucky. I don't see a single one on the side of the road at all.
Yeah. Well, see, I go out
I'm
strapping
looking
every
for
Friday night, and I go up and down the road, so I see a lot that they throw out.
I'm looking for a 200 or a 300.
I've actually left them on the side of the road because I couldn't put them in my truck by myself. Really, I pull the
That's
filters
when
and
you
stuff like that out of them.
that's when you gotta carry yourself a dolly because you put it on the side, then you lean it onto the bed of the truck, and then you grab it from the bottom and just push it, and then you pick up the phone and goes, Garcia, come get your damn tank.
That's what I say. Speaking from somebody from experience. Look like you've done this before.
Hey,
1,000
Garcia.
times.
No, Garcia, I've got one easier than that. Dennis, pick up the phone. Garcia, here's the address to this tank you wanted. Get it.
Yeah. So,
Hey, just
Richard,
call
what would
me
you
up.
say out of all the fish that you have? What would you say your favorite fish is?
Well, it changes, but right now, I had bought 4 of the dwarf red tail eels from Dan's Fish, and I just love those things, man. They're just the coolest.
That's
They
the ones
don't
you feed the
hide all the
bloodworms.
time. They're out and about in the tanks, and I was ever since the get together last weekend, I was worried. I was only seeing 3 eels when I was feeding, and I was like, "Oh man, don't tell me that I lost one."
No,
And
it's
then
in my
last
bag.
night,
Came home with me. No.
yeah, no, last night when I fed, then all 4 of them were out. So you just never know. But they're really fun to watch. They're cool little eels, and I hope I can breed them in fresh water. They're in the same family as peacock eels. And I know that peacock eels are breeding in the Everglades because we've caught them before. And they're breeding in only fresh water. So I'm hoping I can get these to breed in fresh water, but we'll see. I've only had them for a few months, but they're probably my new favorite right now.
Nathan said that his favorite cichlid was the convicts.
Yeah. They're cool cichlid. They just like the Brochardies. They're a cool cichlid, but once you get them breed, you can't stop them.
Yeah. A lot of people that may not know what a Bichardi is. Bichardi is what they call common name for them are fairy cichlids.
Yeah, the fairy cichlid with the flowing tails.
They look very, very beautiful. Convicts, it was my first mistake because I was trying to get back into the hobby, and Mr. Garcia said, let me just go ahead and start doing it. I had 50 babies. Got the parents out. Instead of just putting one parent in one tank and then the other parent in the other tank. No, I put both of them in the other tank.
50 more babies.
And then 50 more babies. And they just kept on and on. Then I had a friend, a supporter that came over. I said, hey, would you like some convicts? He goes, I'll take them all. I'm like, go ahead. Empty out the tanks. He took them all. And then when I moved the the little cave and stuff like that, and there it was, more fries in there.
That's what I had.
I told him about it. He goes, I can't get rid of these guys. He thought I could get rid of them in the pet shop.
Well, see, that's a mistake I made. I started out with my yellowtail cichlids that they had 60 babies at a time, and I put 3 females together. I'm like, holy cow, I got to stop. I was selling fish to the pet stores and overstocking them. I still got them after I stopped them. But yeah, I don't know how many tanks of those.
That's when I took some from you. I think I had 20 from you, Dennis.
Yeah, I still get them.
Hey, well, Fingerberry, what is KCMO?
I couldn't figure that out.
What's KCMO? I would
Nathan.
like to know.
Nathan wrote it somewhere. I think he's reading. What is that? Yeah, I found them in waste pile. That was Fingerman. I found them in waste piles in KCMO2. Hmm.
I'm dying to get a bigger tank. I know my
Kansas City, Missouri. No, I guess.
oh. There's your sign.
Now, if I say
Thank you, Nona.
favorite fish for me at the moment, I'm liking the killifish and now the corridors. Ever since I got my first ones from
Ah,
Richard, I'm loving those corridors. I want to
they're
get more.
yeah, they're bad. I'm telling you. Let's see. I've got the green lasers. I've got the pandas. I've got the salt and peppers. They got the albinos. I've got. I just picked up the green. They call it green cories, which is also I thought they call them the bronze cories. I don't know why, but and there's gonna be another one. Oh, the kanakis. And yeah, I want some orange Venezuelans.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I was getting orange Venezuelas from Lady Diane, but the
Right.
post office was behind and they ended up dying the way here.
Yeah.
So far, I only have two kinds of Corys. First one from Richard, and the second ones I got from Nathan last weekend. And I forgot their names already. That's how well I know them.
Oh, I
Oh
got
yeah.
two duplicariuses too.
Lucky, mine didn't make them.
Yeah, my little ones didn't make it, and that was just a 30-minute ride, you know.
I
It's just
guess when I
Oh, I got the stir by too. I
Yeah,
got
the
two
one
stir by.
Skipper took from me, the Duplicarius, they didn't make it either. The other
Yeah.
Corys he took from me were, took from when he went back, but the Duplicarius, so I'm wondering if they're not poisoning themselves. Because, like Dennis said, when he took some Duplicarius from me, he's less than a half hour away and they were already dying.
They were dead. I literally pulled them out of the bag and I held them up, and they didn't wiggle. I took one of them and dropped him into the cat bowl, and he wiggled and he hit the bowl. I'm like, wait a minute. So I grabbed them both and actually put them in a tank. And the next morning they were moving, and took them 2 or 3 days, and they're fine. I think I got them out just in time. They actually poisoned themselves, and I got them out in time. I mean, they
Yeah.
were stiff. I mean, just like they nothing. I mean,
I think what's happening is you can't take out those Corys from Richard's fish room. They pass that door and they start dying.
they like that water. That he's got that good water with all that moam.
No, it's the only Corys that's had an issue with has been the Duplicarius. That's been the only one. None of my others have ever had a problem. So, and Skipper, we packed him up Sunday. He flew back and he had them in tanks by Sunday night, but a lot of them were already dead by the time he got home. Not the fish, just the Duplicarius.
Yeah. Hey
hey
Nathan,
Nathan,
drop a
send me those
cucumber in the
snails.
tank. The snails will stick. Go to it.
Send me those snails. Walter will love those snails. Sorry for snail rubbers. But my Walter, my Fajardo Puffer will love those snails.
You got puppers, didn't you, Richard?
Yeah, I got some pea puppers
They
again.
eat snails.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I wanna get some of the small dwarf pea puffers. I would love to get those because I have a lot
Get a
of
Fajardo Puffer.
pest snails everywhere, and they will sure love them.
Get a Fajardo Puffer.
Well, I got a yo-yo loach too, and I feed snails to him too.
How big is your puffer, Garcia?
He's basically about that big.
That's a big
How
puffer.
big do they get?
At least 18.
Wow.
And he's right now, 125 all by himself. Not really. He's in there with 2 feeder guppies. I did an experiment to see if he will eat them. He chased them. But then he realized these are too fast for me, so I'm gonna leave them alone. So now
I think the
that's his
bigger the
buddies.
I think the bigger the school you have, like I think they would tend to not bother them. The bigger the school it is.
When it's a bigger, when you have a bigger school, you won't have a chance to grab whoever. But with these two here, one goes this way, one goes that way. He goes, never mind.
Which way do I go?
So he enjoys eating all the clams, the crayfish. Sorry, Richard, but it's not the Richard Blues. It's the ugly crayfish. The ugly crayfish. What Nathan has to say?
Says a fish food. Snails are his fish food.
No, give them to me. You don't want snails.
I wonder
No.
for the size your puffer is right now. I wonder if you have an easy time eating the apple snails.
Oh, he loves them. He loves them. He grabs them right at the bottom. Even though when they close up, he cracks that lip. He cracks it open, and then he starts peeling them out, pulling them out. And then he makes the whole shell after he got them all out.
So you got to pull all the shells out later, or do they just become
I
substrate?
just leave it. I just leave it.
They become good calcium when they dissolve for the water.
Not only that, when he's looking for food and he sees there's no food, he just starts crunching the all the shells.
It helps the
Just
teeth.
to help out his teeth. Yeah.
Because
you gotta
they grow fast.
they grow. Oh yeah.
I think they're almost
So-
like the beavers, the teeth. They have to constantly keep chewing something to maintain them down. Oh, they're like almost beaver teeth.
Yep. And the parrots. Since you got 140 fish tanks, how often do you clean those tanks?
At
Break
least
it
once a
down.
month.
Break down the knowledge. How you got it. How you got it, the procedure you got it going.
Well, before I got the drums, I was using 32-gallon trash bins. And because I leave the water treating for 24 hours, it will take me like 2 weeks to do water changes for all the tanks back then. Now that I have the 5 drums, I can do them within 4 days. I
Apple
use
snails, Singeti.
about 500 gallons of water to do water changes here.
Wow. So that's a big water bill you got.
Yeah, I want to get a well pump because I have a well in the back, but I just got to check that it has water. So it has water in it, but I want to do what Richard does. I want to put a reverse osmosis system on that well water and use that for water changes because the water bill is getting pretty high.
All right, guys, you see this? We got a Southwest Florida Aquatics with 238. And we got Aquarium Fantasy with 90. And Richard got 424. Come on, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, let's help them out.
I really want the automatic chase system like Richard. That's why I'm pushing for the new fish room. It will save me so much time. I could be in here 8 hours when I'm doing water changes one day, and then the following day I do more. It takes a long time to do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, I'm going to buy my pump tonight, matter of fact, and then I'll have it. Well, as soon as I get either a bulkhead from Richard, which I don't think he has, Nathan's supposed to be bringing me another barrel that's got the bulkheads in it. But once I get my pump, mine will be 100% done. Right now, I do the water changes with them by hooking the little, I don't know what you call it, a little black line to the water hose, and it pumps into all the tanks. I got a rack of 9 tanks that I got that hooked to, and that's doing that. I put the dechlorinator in there, and I actually ran it for 1 hour today, and it put 25% because I drained 2 of the tanks down to 25% of the water and ran them to see how long it would take. And in 1 hour, it filled up 25%. So that was roughly like two and a
When
half
you,
gallons. So
when you guys do your collecting, and let's say if you guys find some snails, do you crush the eggs? Do you squash the eggs? Like you don't want to deal with the eggs?
there's so many eggs you can't even bother with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just leave them be.
Those apple snails, they're so invasive, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And the reality is, they're invasive, but they also eat the, what do you call it, the hydrangea, or no, the water lettuce. There's another invasive plant, and they feed on it. So it's kind of a catch-22. The more of the invasive snails you kill, the more of the water hyacinth. The more of the water hyacinth chokes out the canals. So it sucks both ways.
It's a never losing battle because either you get rid of one, but then the other one takes over.
Yep.
They actually, I seen, I think it was last summer, they had a thing on the news about all the apple snail eggs, the little pink egg sacs and stuff like
Yep.
that all over the
Yeah.
canals. And they had a big news article on that.
Yeah, you
Well,
know,
I guess
they're breeding the little pink egg sacs are everywhere.
But I guess the next time when I go up there, there's 3 places I'm going to. I'm going to Richards again. I'm gonna go to Henry, and I'm gonna go to Dennis. And I'm gonna have to pick out what kind of fish I'm gonna bring home.
Yep.
I don't know about Nathan. I'll go to Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan has good fish too. I think he has 3 species of Goodillas right now. I think. Because I got the split fins from him last weekend too.
Yeah. Just give me a call, Nathan, when you come back by, and I'll meet you somewhere, and I'll pick it up.
Those are the chocolate pecos.
He's got a barrel that I need to get from him, 55-gallon barrel.
He's also saying he forgot Plecos and Richards.
Yeah. Well, when Nathan comes, he gets to fish them out because I put them in with my few chocolate plecos I had in there. So he can come and net them all out.
And I'm sorry, Richard. I was gonna get the fishes and everything, and then I just forgot all about it. And as soon as I got on the road, I was like, "Babe, we forgot something." She goes, "What did we forget?" The fishes. Oh, damn it!
I think that's the more work of having a fish room is when you got to collect all the fish and bag them.
Well, that was what? Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
Richard
Sunday.
was there. Nathan was there. Henry was there. I was there. Garcia was there.
Skipper.
Skipper was there. All in this little bitty room trying to get fish out of this aquarium, that aquarium, put it in this bag, put it in that bag. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then Garcia decided to go to the living room and wait till his turn. And Garcia just said, "Hell out."
So
that was most of the work. Like the fun is breeding the fish and stuff, and when you gotta catch them, you gotta start bagging a lot of them. That's when it starts getting. It's like you're working out, you start sweating, you're like, oh, it's like you were running for a while.
Well, because I don't have like bare tanks, you know what I mean? All my tanks have substrate and plants and, wood and rocks. And so, yeah, it's a little more of a pain in the butt catching fish out of my tank.
where's Perky Pets, Richard?
On Palm Beach?
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
Thank you for opening my eyes. Well, you always keep your eyes closed.
Well, that's a little place, but they're a nice little store.
I have
And
one mom and pop shop close to me. One, and then after that, I have to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to get to the next one.
there was
What's up, Craig?
Craig. And there was one pet shop that Nathan took me. and I saw the tank that I wanted. But boy, let me tell you, that tank was so used for salt water. That was going to be a lot of scrubbing. That was going to be a lot of scrubbing just to clearing out.
Oh, I need to
And
go
then
back by Pet Kingdom now, Richard, because they said they changed the owners of that place, and I want to go back and see what they've done.
Yeah, I haven't been there since you were telling me that.
Yeah, I might do that tomorrow because I'll be going by there tomorrow.
I just read that. There was a
you gonna put you on timeout. You want me to put you on timeout?
that was a
Yeah.
big filter. That was big. It's like
Yeah, I bought that filter for nothing. It's
that's
still
a big
sitting in
fun
my
filter.
truck. It's still sitting in my car. I haven't taken it out. I'm embarrassed to bring that inside the house.
That looks like a good filter for like a pond.
You should have grabbed it off of me. For you could have used it on one of your ponds.
I don't have any ponds yet. Richard
Yeah.
will have a pond for
Yeah.
me.
Well, when you have that pond ready, let me know. I'll bring you that most expensive sponge filter.
Let me see if I can get a picture of my electric blues. I can't talk, so I got to take the headphones off to do this.
No problem. Hey, Jose, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, his electric blue ramps are really pretty. I'm glad I was able to get some of those.
They are very nice. They're very beautiful. I like the way those are. But I just don't like the some of the people they're reading them and putting them as like the balloons. I don't like them. I don't like it when they look like balloons.
Like a what? Like a balloon? What you
Like,
say?
yeah,
Yeah,
like a
the
balloon.
balloon rams. I'm the same way. I don't care for them myself.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, he's been breeding a bunch of them.
Okay, the pleco. He got the pleco from you, didn't he?
Yeah.
They might look nice to some
That-
people, but it
That's
looks
for
ridiculous.
sure.
Look at the
I got a 55-gallon tank just as full. They're like the convicts. They breed and breed and breed.
You think they will do okay in 32 gallon?
The Brichardies,
Yeah.
yeah, they do fine. They're gonna outnumber it before too long. Just find a source to sell
That's a
Those
lot.
are that's just some of the tanks I have inside. Most of them are outside.
That's a you're gonna overrun again.
Well, for some reason the Rams stopped breeding. I don't know why, but maybe they just got to build back up. But they were like, well, the last batch of eggs I brought you, Richard, was the last spawn they did. That's what, a month or so ago,
them. Yeah, something like that.
which is weird. I don't know why they stopped because they were doing like every Saturday because they had 3 pair in there.
May have something to do with that cool spell and that,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They like cooler water, don't they? Or all the
Warm water.
No, they're warm water. Rams are found with angels, discus, that kind of stuff down in the Amazon.
Do they breed like corridors in terms of when like a storm is coming, like the atmosphere pressure changes?
I don't know what really kicks them off other than the fact that I raised the water temperature. I keep them around 83 right now, and because that's what they were breeding in, and feed them heavily to make them, a lot of protein. But I haven't been feeding a lot of protein lately. That may be why they stopped breeding. So
Yeah,
Ooh-wee.
which is fine because I have quite a few of them.
Yep.
Are you getting any more? Any more rams?
Any,
Any other color?
no, they're all been electric blues. I didn't get no off color ones yet. No, none of them. They're all been electric blues. Because what I think sometimes they come German blues, is it or the?
Yeah, the German blue ram.
Yeah, I think that's what they kick out sometimes too. But they all been so far electric blue.
You ever think about getting black rams and crossing them?
Well, that's what that. No, I haven't thought of it, but that's the thing. They say sometimes the electric blues kick out the black rams too, and
Well,
I haven't seen.
usually,
Like I said, mine's been all electric so far.
your gold rams will kick out black rams. Your black rams will kick out golds. Your electric blues will sometimes kick out German blues.
Okay, yeah.
And every great once in a while, a German blue will throw out an electric blue, but it just depends on the genetics of that strain you got, you know. But now I had a friend that tried breeding the German blues and the blacks, and they came out. Most of them came out just a darker blue, not the black, but like a bluish black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rest were just German blues that came out of it.
Mm.
So I'm trying to get them bigger now, and I'll be taking them to the pet store.
You taking some to the pet store?
Yeah, I gotta take Richard some tomorrow. I'm bringing him some back to replace the ones he gave Skipper. So
Yeah, he had given me 6 of them, and I had them for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, I think. They were doing good, but then when Skipper came down, we gave him them, and then Dennis just going to replace them.
Nice.
Yeah, Skipper got away with a lot this trip.
Oh, the amount he took.
Yeah, well, he had that whole duffel bag just full of fish.
And he was so worried about going on the plane with it, but I guess he went through.
well, if you seen the bag he had, you'd wonder why. Like, holy cow!
That bag was heavy too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what we were kind of thinking. That he said a couple of the fish that died were wondering were they on the bottom of the bag? Did they get crushed?
No fish made it except for the duplicarius cories, and then I think 1 or 2 of the chocolate plecos. And he thinks the chocolate plecos were down on the bottom where their bag got crushed.
Possible.
Everything else made it. And considering he took well over 100 fish home, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
What is that? What's that weird noise? Say something, Henry. Huh. I heard something.
Like an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it too.
Is it me?
Who's the culprit?
Was somebody have phone talking?
No.
Huh. I heard something weird. I don't hear it no more, so it don't matter.
It's a Garcia.
So what other fish you want to get, Garcia?
I really want to get another Florida gar, but I still got to get that big tank first. I got to get that big tank first. If I can move all my frontosas, move the frontosas, put them in the other tank, and I got so much stuff that I got to do with these big tanks. I just gotta get more.
What is the dimension of a 300-gallon?
The one I'm looking for is at least like an 8-foot or 9-foot long.
Wow.
And have it at least like 24 deep or 30 deep. And probably 24 high or 30 foot high.
Wow, that's a good size. You can put it where that couch is. You take out the couch, put a tank right there.
That's what I'm doing. Moving this tank first. This tank is going out. If I can put the bigger tank back here
You
and
said
move that tank over to that side.
which tank you're getting rid of? You said, or you just taking out?
My 150 that sprung a leak.
Like this is the seal needs to be resealed, or like
It has to be about that much from the top. That's where it's split open. And when I get home, I have the shop vac right there, and my son, instead of just grabbing it to pick it up, pick up the water, he didn't even do that. He just came outside here. Oh. Richard fell. Richard fell. Richard down.
Oh, I'm still here. Trying to figure out I hit something.
And like I was saying, I know it's not me. Let me see something. Is it that bad? It's on Richard's side.
I think he stopped his camera. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but
Hey now.
Okay. It's on Richard's side.
now you're muted.
Okay.
I see you,
It's on
but can't
Richard's
hear
side.
you.
Am I muted?
No, now you're good.
No.
there you go.
So when I got home, he just comes out. He goes, "Oh, the house is like a swimming pool, Dad." And when I looked, I was like, Jesus. And that tank is a 5 foot long, 24 deep, and 24 high, I think. And so I vacuum all the water out off the floor, vacuum all the water out, grab all the fructoses and put it with the severums.
Craig made me think of the angelfish eggs. How are they doing, Richard?
The koi ones?
Yeah.
So far, so good. I mean, there's some white ones in there, but there's a bunch of wigglers too. So we'll see how they do. It's also their first time breeding. They're young angels.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Who did you get those angels from?
The what?
Where do you get the koi angels from?
Well, I got the ones that have the red on them, I got on eBay a couple of years back. And then the other koi ones that just bred are the ones that I got from Max off of Skipper's auction.
Oh, you got a question, Garcia?
Yes, Scuba. Your red parrot is the champ on YouTube. But one thing I tell you though, the two half yellow and half yellow, half white parrots that I got from Pet Fins, one did not make it, but the other one survived. And the reason why I have it covered is because they are taking care of the eggs. My super red parrot with that little yellow and white parrot, but with the food that I was giving them, he became red and white. So now I got eggs, and who knows? Even though, like they say, they're fertile and all that, or sterile, whatever, but we'll see what happens if they survive. But there's no way for me to take it out because it's my first time and I don't want to kill it. But I know my Oscars and that Florida guard are going to munch it away as soon as they start wiggling away. But those parents are very, very, very protective. They keep everybody on this side of the tank. And the Florida guard, he just goes from one side to the other. and that's why I want to get a bigger tank. And I'm thinking about probably grab one of my old 55s and put the parents in there. But I gotta do a lot of moving and a lot of stuff first. But I do not want to be Henry with 140 tanks.
When I gotta move this to the new fish room, my back is gonna hate me. When I moved the tanks from the room here, it took me like 3 days.
And yes, Steve, this is my bowling shirt. I just had to wear it. This says Mr. Garcia. And I guess you want to see it again. I guess you wanted to see it again. You like it. You like it so much. Now, where is it? Where is it?
When did you do that strike?
Every Thursday nights. And probably one of these Thursdays, I'm going to do a live stream while me bowling. But I was worried about sometimes that when they play the music, and I don't want to be copyrighted.
Yeah.
And it just bothers me every time. I got to be like, muting it. But since now I got my little GoPro, I'm going to talk to one of the guys. They can take it all the way to the end, turn it on, and let it run while I bowl. And the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna give them a few tips, but just for doing that.
Strike.
That's right. But there was one time I threw the ball right in the pocket. I had a hard 5. The 5-pin stayed standing. Then there was one time I had the 7-10 split. But I tried to pick it up, but I can never pick it up. But there was one girl, she came out of nowhere, shot for that 7-pin, and that 7-pin just slide over and knock down the 10-pin in the league. And it's very hard in a league. So does anybody else in the chat have any questions for my guest? Does anybody? Oh.
Convict babies.
Convict baby. Even the bison doesn't want to eat. Like, no, get that thing away from me.
Now you got another tank.
Okay, Scuba got a question. For which event? Yes, I'm gonna try to make it for Dallas, and I'm gonna try to make it for Jersey, and I'm gonna go to the Appaloosa down in Coral Springs, and then I'm gonna go to the other Coral Springs event. So those are my 4 shows that I have. The Aqua Expo.
Yeah.
So we got 4 events to go to.
I'm trying to go to the Aquapalooza and the Expo this year.
Yeah, for me, I'll be at Aquapalooza, and then I'll be at the Aqua Expo in September at Coral Springs also, and then we're also doing the Clash this year up in Pennsylvania.
No class for me. I was gonna go to the class, but it's not in the budget. But since I got time to save money for these 4 events, Because if you've seen in my channel, I dropped a video that I got my roof done, and it cost me $25,000. But first, they had to take down the solar panels, strip it, work on the roof. Now I'm going to wait for the solar panel people to come. But the reason why they haven't come yet, because we're waiting for the inspector, for they can inspect the roof first before we put the solar panels back on top.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, tell me about it.
How many solar panels are in your roof?
Put it this way, more than 10.
I'd like to get solar panels.
I got it all that covers my son's room desk. That used to be the garage. So that flat panel, that roof is all solar panels there. And then there's a little bit of slope. I got more panels on that side. So when the sun comes up, it's getting hit. And when it's coming down to when you go to sunset, it's getting all the sun that it needs. And the good thing about it is, before I didn't have the solar panel, I was paying at least like $300 or $400 in a month. But with the solar panels, paying at least like $230, $250. It's a good cut.
The electric bill here is pretty high. Plus, there's 5 people in the house, so our electric bill it went down finally after a few months, but we were paying like $550. So it now went down to $300.
Oh, I'd love to have 300.
It always goes up during summer because the AC is on constantly. But during winter, we don't even turn on the heater. It's just nice and cool.
Hey, Jose, don't forget about Aquashella in Jersey. You know you want to see Garcia.
Richard, are you driving to the Clash?
No, we're flying up.
You getting some fish?
Yeah.
Getting some fish?
Oh, I'm sure I'll come back with something.
That's the thing. You go to these shows, you play. I'm just gonna look for some shirts. I'm not buying no more fish. I'm not buying no fish food. I'm not buying no other thing. Just shirts. Then you come back. I got these shirts. I got these stickers. I got this new fish. I got these plants. I got this. I got that.
Well, the fish came free with the shirt, right?
That's what you tell the lady. I can't say that to my lady. My lady goes, "What did you get now?"
For the reason I want to go to the expo is I want to see if I can find some oddball sized tanks, like the low boy or the 33 long. I want to find like the oddball tanks. That's what I want to look for.
Do they sell tanks in those shows?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like last year, I was supposed to go to the expo, but that's when the hurricane hit. Ended up doing more hurricane cleanup than anything else.
Yeah, especially in Daytona.
Well, that one year at Coral Springs at the Aqua Expo, Zoom had just come out with their 50 low boys, and they had a bunch of them there selling them, that kind of thing, because it was the new latest and greatest, you know. But other than that, you don't see a lot of tanks sold there, other than the small nano tanks.
Yeah.
I was ready to buy like 8 or 10 of those low boys because I want to use them for shell dwellers.
Oh, that's the perfect tank for them.
Yep.
Put in all those shells in there, and then just grab those and grab those the shellies, throw them in there, and that's it. You won't have to look at them no more. Just they'll come out just to eat, and that's it.
I have them in the 40 gallon, and they're just in the bottom. I'm like, damn, all this wasted space up here.
Glad you can make it, Guppy Fish.
DJ Guppy Fish. Hey, Jose. Let me see something. Hold on. I'll tell you in a minute.
Just like the 15-gallon tanks are pretty nice too, but you rarely see them anywhere, and they're expensive too if you find them. Dennis knows. That chuckle, he knows.
Who knows what?
Money, money, money. No.
Like, I have more difficult time finding 125 gallons up here, but I can find 180s easier. Because when I bought the two 180s, I was looking for 125s, not 180. But at Facebook Marketplace, they were selling for pretty cheap. The first one I got, the guy, he bought it for the first week, and he had to move out from their apartment. He couldn't take it with him, so he just sold it for $300. It already had the pre-drill holes in the bottom, so it had like 4 holes. And then the other 180, someone was retiring, and he bred coral, and he's downsizing. He was moving, and I got that one as well for $300, and it was only coral inside, and it also has the pre-drill holes as well. So end up getting 180s instead of 125s, but hey, I'll take it. Now watch me fund at 300 before Garcia does.
Respect your elders.
Oh, but I would love to get a 300 just to have a multiple big school or small little fish. That look pretty amazing.
Actually, I want to go to littler tanks. I don't want to go to bigger tanks. So.
If you come across another one, just let me know.
Yeah, I will. Oh, I'll snag it.
The 20-gallon highs are a pretty good size for you, Dennis. They're really good size for breeding almost every fish.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think 4 29 gallons.
Oh, you got the 29. So you have the length of these guys and the height.
Yeah.
29 highs are pretty good. That's when you start getting your foot into like bigger tanks before you get to the 40, because they're just way higher, so you can do way more stuff with them. That's like the first big tank is the 29.
Unloading equipment. I wonder what equipment he's unloading.
Hmm?
Guppy Fish says, "Lurking, be lurking, unloading equipment." I just wonder what kind of equipment. Fish equipment?
Maybe new tanks? Maybe that 300 gallon? So Garcia, how are you gonna move the big tank around? The ones you're gonna empty? Someone's
Hired
helping?
help.
No, just get those black totes, put some water in there, put a sponge filter, put the fishes in there, let the water all the way down, and then just put those little coasters on each 4 corners, and just push it because they'll just slide.
Sliders, I think they call them, huh?
Yep, the sliders.
I wish I had those for the 180. I had to get my stepdad to help me lift those, and just the tank empty by itself weighs like 360 pounds just by itself empty, and like, oh.
Jose, I just can't find it right now. But trying to figure this out here. Well, basically the same website that Aquafunk and Fishy Bees, and Mexicali have. If you go to that website, that's where you can find my merch. But I used to have this other website. I took it off because nobody was getting any of my merch, so I took it off.
Speakers.
But I guess I'm gonna have to do that again.
The
Have
way
you,
of fish keeping is collecting channel mugs.
Richard? When is it you begin making the pond?
What?
When do you start making the pond?
When I get around to it.
How big was it again? You said it was like 6x6, something like that.
What? The pond I want to do? We hadn't really decided yet. I picked up a pond liner, but we bought that over a year ago, so I got to pull it out and remember how big it was. I think it was like a 10 by 20
10x20.
liner, but you got to go up the size and all that, you know.
In how deep the pond?
Well, I haven't decided that either yet because I haven't. I'll let you know when it gets built.
We just start digging in Richard's yard eventually.
There you go.
You can't go too deep. You strike water.
That's right.
There's some good water right there
There you go.
and connected to the pump.
Then you'd be like Witchy Watchy and all the natural spring places and all that,
There
that
you
clear
go.
water.
There you go.
Dennis, do you have ponds?
No. No. I do, but I don't. I've got in my front door there's a little black little liner pond thing, like a 3x3 little thing that's sunk in the ground that's where I have nothing but rainwater in it. That's where I've been throwing all my spirit grass and guppy grass and all that in there. So it's just like a big wad of matted, mosquito infested. No. So, but no real ponds. No.
Hey, that's fish food right there. Those mosquito larvae right there.
Yep. I took a bunch of my angel fishes today and put them in a bunch of the tanks I had outside just to have fish in all the tanks to keep them cycled. Because I got so many angel fish in this one tank. I took literally about 100 angel fish out of this tank today, and you seen how many was in that tank still.
A little patience, it worked out. Jose, I sent it to you through Instagram, and probably could tell them to make a mug.
Dennis, did you recover the pair you lost?
Angel?
Yeah.
No, the female's gone. I still got the male. He had a lot of issues in the cold front that came through and ended up getting Popeye. And I've been treating him today. I stopped treating with medication today because he's looking a whole lot better. But he should survive and be okay. But that's why I got another pair. I'm trying to get another pair of those. Right now, I got 8 in a tank, trying to get another pair out of there. I guess I can find another female and put with her, but it's hard to tell the females from males, so they get really big, get that hump in their head and all that. But
the good thing of your angels was your first pair. They didn't eat the fry.
yeah, that was so unusual. And I mean, like I say, I took 100, literally 100 out of this tank today, and I still got a 55-gallon tank full. I took 100 Sunday, and I left there Sunday. I came back and grabbed 100 angelfish, took to the pet store and sold them there, and still got another tank of angelfish out there too. So,
is it true that if the parents are good, raise their fry pretty good, don't eat them, would the babies follow as well? Would the babies do the same?
You saying if the parent raised, will the babies turn to good parents? 50-50 chance. It's, in my opinion, 50-50 chance.
Yep.
Are they smart enough to learn? I don't know, but I don't know.
Because I told Richard, I think a few days ago, the blue avatars I have a pair. The first batch, they ate a bunch of the babies, but some survived and they didn't eat them. So they're growing up now. They're pretty big. You saw them earlier. And then after that, they have fry again. They will eat the eggs. Either they'll eat the eggs, the fry will grow up and then eat the fry. When I came back from on Sunday from Richard, they were laying eggs. The moment I walked in, they saw my face because I was just walking by, and they immediately ate all the eggs. I'm like, come on! I didn't even get to pull the leaf out. They just ate them.
There you go, joy of fish keeping. Angelfish.
They're beautiful. What was the name for those angelfish again?
I think they're just wilds. I bought them at a pet store, and I bought, like, say, 8 of them. They were really small, and ended up getting a pair of them.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Like I say, I pulled about 100 angelfish out of that tank today.
Well, at least for a while, you won't be having any more babies for a while until you get.
Yeah, that solved my angelfish problem. That's a 75-gallon tank right there. Whoa!
That Java farm looking really good.
Yeah, it's huge. At some point, I'm gonna have to break it up and do something with it.
For me, I have struggles to keep Java farm. I put them in the tank and they just start to die. Like some of them got resistant and started growing back, but the Java farm I got from Richard, it's in this tank right here. It was gorgeous, and then it just turned to that. But everything else grows, but Java Firm just doesn't like my water or something.
I know I'm slacking on the stickers and stuff like that, but I know I'm slacking on the stickers and ready to start shipping stuff out. But there's my email. Email me, and Jose, I try to send it to you, but he's not letting me. So I guess the best thing to do is probably go to Instagram and look for it. But I know that's what you try to do. But I'm gonna try to find a different website that I can use, so I can start putting all my merch on there for everybody to purchase. And I'm gonna make it. I know I'm not gonna make no money on it. I'm just gonna make it affordable for everybody that they can buy it. Because I don't want to be some people that we know that just a regular T-shirt. They're asking about like 20. I mean, not 20. Asking like 30 or $50 just for a regular T-shirt, just for they can get your merch, because they try to make the money for themselves and for the company to make the money, because they're doing all the shipping and stuff like that. But just gotta do it very affordable, because you want your viewers and your subscribers to get your merch.
Nope, I don't have no merch. I'm just getting started per se. This channel became. This is actually my second channel, and I have another channel that I did metal detecting and magnet fishing on, but my wife ended up getting sick, so I had to stay home more often to help take care of her. So that's what made me get back into my fish stuff and give me a hobby here at the house. So I don't really have a lot of merch and stuff like that, and I just enjoy doing the fishing.
Richard, the yellow shrimp I got from you, is it possible for them to once in a while a green will pop up?
Anything's possible. I've never had a green one pop out, but that doesn't mean they can't.
I found 2 green pop out. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what did that? See, like,
Yeah,
Yes, Price Tag.
First live.
We broke his charity. We broke his charity.
This is the tank right here. That's where all the yellow ones are, and then the Semitagool, the eggs that came with us, they're in here too.
My yellow's been true. I mean, they're solid true. My yellows.
I gotta send you the picture of how they look. They're probably hiding in the. Oh, and by the way, that's just algae. That's just all algae carpet. Like this is a little bit of moss, but everything else is just an algae carpet.
That came from Richard. No.
Dang.
No, it came from Nathan. It came from Nathan.
But the shrimp are doing really nice. They actually they love the algae carpet. Whatever little food they get from it, they love it. Did I hit a button? I
Hey,
mean,
Price.
how did I
Oh
make
my
it?
God.
What the hell?
Hey, Price tag. Go ahead. Oh my God.
How do I go back to seeing you guys, or is it you Garcia that hit something?
You're not in control of it.
There you go. I was
The
like, I
master
cannot lie.
controller.
Price tag. Go ahead. Since we already his cherry, since we already broke his with his cherry, and we got him here, go ahead and start asking away.
Craig wants a tank tour.
Oh, if we give you the tank tour, we just got to pay that he don't press buttons.
I already did that once.
Yeah.
Because I'm using a tablet and it's touchscreen, so when I move the screen, I just end up touching something.
So I can't take y'all outside to where my other tanks are at because I got camera on a cord. So I'm on my computer. I should have logged on my phone. I could have took
No
my
tank
camera
tour
outside.
for Garcia. No tank tour for Garcia. As you can see, I got it covered. That one is empty. I have one that I got to work on. My 32 I'm working on, and my 5 I'm working on. So,
And just picture that couch a tank too in the future.
and also, if you haven't hit that like button, that share button, and that notification bell to be notified, make sure you got that bell ding, ding, ding all the way on, or you won't miss no lives, no shorts, and no videos. And if you haven't become a member, go ahead and do so, because I'm going to start doing my members only live streams, and that will be coming out soon. And I'm trying to work a lot of things, and also I'm working on getting all these projects done because I'm sending stuff out to all my members.
And
And
it's
Swan,
free.
and one thing I tell you, Swan, you can put the FFL stats. It won't show it because I don't know why they took me off the fishfab.link.
Uh-oh. You forgot to pay your dues.
No, because when I got onto it, when I got on it, it was never
Yeah, I'm just playing.
yeah, but they never had a fee. But now all of a sudden there's a fee. I got too much things to pay. I got my car, my house, my roof, all I got too much. No. And especially I'm taking care of my parents too. They live right next door to me.
I thought they took you out because you didn't have the 300-gallon tank yet.
Well, that's a bad view.
Oh. No,
I guess I can show my tanks again. The ones I got inside. Like I say, I can't talk and show them, but maybe my rams will come out. They're hiding the parent rams. Let's see if I can. So, Richard, you know what these tanks are. You can narrate for me.
I don't know what
Basically, we got some piranhas in here. We got some bluegills in here.
that's a tank with a lot of angels.
I think he needs more.
That's a wall.
That's
There goes
just
the toddies. There
That's
goes the toddies.
yeah. And that's the electric blue Rams.
No, those are the electric blue convicts.
Yeah, I don't think so, Tim.
Look at that
Nah,
nice tank.
I think those are the half black blues he got for me, but I'm not sure.
Those are what, blue diamonds as well in there?
Looks like it.
More German blue Rams.
No, electric blues, yeah.
Yeah, electric blue. He needs more of those too.
Thank you for coming, Nathan. Get better.
Well, that's one of the plecos, probably the lemon blue eye.
Ooh, lemon blue eye. I want some of those.
All you had to do was ask. I got plenty.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna pick up some fish, but the office was so full, and then when it was time to leave, and then like 20 minutes later or 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh Jesus, we forgot to grab some fish.
I also forgot to take the clown killifish with me. I forgot fish too.
Yep, you did.
I
And
completely
Richard,
forgot.
and Richard said, now I got to babysit more fish that don't belong to me.
Because the clown killifish was the fish I was looking for in the expo.
Yeah, there's his panda cories.
I see so much room for more tanks on all those walls.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dennis, you remove some furniture, you can fit more tanks.
Yeah, nope. No more tanks in the house. That's why they're outside.
How many tanks do you think you can fit outside?
Outside?
Hmm?
I have the rack of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
In a few.
20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, about 32 outside or so.
Nice. Because you're going to build racks like to stack those 75s, or you're just going to have them like the way they are?
Say that again?
Are you going to build a rack to stack the 75s on to save space, or?
I have 75s on a rack, and I have the 75 on top, and I got like 29 long underneath it on one rack. And then, like I say, I have 9 of my 10-gallon tanks drilled and tapped tanks for my automatic water train system. And I have probably 9 or 10 more 10 gallons that still need to be drilled and tapped and all that for all that. But
For the 20s, are you going to put them the shorter side, or are you going to have them over the long side?
I got them on the ground and they're on the longer. I got a 40-gallon breeder there. It's on the ground also. That's longer. So
Yeah, I gotta learn to drill tanks too.
it's really not hard. Richard showed me how to do it.
When
He did like 2 of them, and I had I brought like 15 tanks over there. Like, all right, let's drill them. And only like 2 or 3 of them were tempered glass. And whenever you find a tempered glass one, you know it pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
It just shatters. So, but yeah, you just basically put water on it and hold the drill and let the drill put the drill weight, drill the hole, and it goes right through.
Shoot, when I get the new fish from Dunn, because I don't think I told you how many tanks I want in there. The current configuration, I'll probably have about 300, depending on the size I'll get. But I want more 40 gallons, more 20s, a few more 75s. But yeah, this is a pretty good size. And for the 20 longs, I'm gonna make like a hallway with it, but just one so I can work from both sides of the 20 long. That's one of the downfalls of the 20 longs. You can't get to the back even though I have long arms. So
I'm gonna coming out. I'm not saying nothing. I'm gonna be respectful.
but I'm gonna have to
If
drill.
you need to learn how to drill the tanks, the gentleman that's right on top of you, he'll show you how to do it.
I'd be like, Richard, come over, help me drill all these tanks.
No. If you want to learn how to do it, you got to go to Richard.
Yeah, I like that idea better.
Richard's like, I ain't grabbing those 4 hours.
And then after you can pick up what you left behind.
Not true. Not true. Maybe I'll come back with more.
Exactly. And like Richard said, when you're drilling the hole, you don't put no pressure on it.
No,
Just put the water right on it and let the drill do the work.
I think for mostly the tempered glass ones, or what, the smaller gallons, like the 10 gallons, those have the chance to have tempered glass on it.
you just never know when you're talking about older tanks, because they made a lot of tanks with tempered glass back in the day. They don't as much anymore, but they did back then.
Is there a way to tell?
I think something with Polaroid glasses or something like that.
Polaroid glasses and sunlight, you can tell.
Here you go. I don't know if you can see this picture or not. This is a picture of the rack that I had built with the 9 10-gallon tanks on it.
Hold on.
Nice.
It has the automatic water change and all that because they're drilled and tapped. And
You said you just getting the pump on it, right?
yeah, I'm actually gonna order tonight. $122.
Nice. Where's all the water going afterwards?
Here,
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture. I got a picture of it.
Are you collecting all the water after the water change for something else, or like
No.
just going to the sewer? Oh, the plants in the yard.
My mango tree likes it.
That's what I'm gonna do with the automatic water change system. All the water
How do I get?
yard, because I have a lot of fruit trees, a lot.
Like my
I don't know
father.
if you can see this picture here. See that white PVC 3-inch pipe?
Yeah.
That's going right outside and right down the wall and out to the side of the house.
Hmm. You said 3 inches. It is 3 inches.
That's 3-inch pipe. Yep.
Do you find that 3 inches to be a good enough size for the water at the same time, or?
Well, Richard told me he would go 4 if he had another choice, but I found 3-inch on the side of the road. So, my fishering's all about cheap. So
Okay, I got a question over here from Suan.
I'd say a sponge filter would be fine.
That's the best way to go, because
I'm old school. Me personally, I would go with a hang on the back and a sponge, but that's just me because I'm old school. Hang on the backs and
My 125 angel tank, I've just got 2 sponge filters in it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
does
sponge
fine.
filter is the best. Plus, not too much water flow, because some angels don't like too much water flow. They can't really compete with the water flow too much.
What do you think about 3 sponge filters? One in the middle, one on one side, and one in the other corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
That works just fine. Normally I go with 2. I put them in each corner, and I have to go and like to circulate to create a little water current in the tank. That's usually the best way to go. Like the air comes out, you just aim it towards an angle so it bounces off the middle of the tank and then it just crosses to the back and forth.
I'll be back in a minute.
yep.
All right.
I don't know how to make this a solid picture.
Sarah?
Why is Richard or that was for someone else? That's for everybody. That's for everybody. And
What would get to the
yeah,
bottom of the tank best? What do I mean by that? Circulation, you mean?
for the Angels, in my opinion, the 3 sponge filters would be good.
Yeah, because if you get like the big filter, that already has a weight on it, and that goes all the way to the bottom of the tank. Or you can get the dual, but you have to get a good one that has suction cups. That extends, so the sponge goes all the way to the bottom. There's different options. Even the weighted tank, you can just have a extended intake on it.
Here's
So-
one of my tanks outside, Henry, and look at the power strip I got above it.
Nice. What, you got rid of the one that gave you the big scare, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you told me about that, I'm like, I was worried for you.
Let's see if I got a picture of that too. I was lucky I was sitting in my fish room whenever that happened, because it would have burnt my fish room down.
Yeah, you had it in the floor, and some of the water from the filter was splashed on it or something.
Yeah, to hang on the back. It was actually on a metal rack that I have, and it was underneath the hang on the back filter, and filter kind of overflowed and poured right into the plug. And next thing I know, you're cracking and popping and smoke. I'm like, what in the world? Where's that picture? Yeah, so many pictures.
Now, Sue,
I take a lot of pictures of my fish. I like my fish, so.
Sue, how tall is that tank? That Altago tank? Like, how tall is it? Because you said 48.
That's almost like 2.5, 3. No, I think it's. I'm not sure. I don't want to lie to you.
Is it like what, 24 inches tall? 21 inches?
Yeah, I was gonna say like 2 to 3 feet. It was pretty tall, but it's only like 18 inches deep. Oh, I can't find it. It must have been way back there.
She said it's about 3 foot.
3 foot tall?
I can go out and measure it.
But it's all right because the sponge filters will go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, because you can like.
You just gotta have a long air hose.
Yeah, because you can always just extend depending on the sponge filter you have. The sponge is in the bottom, and the outtake of the air it just gets longer. And then if it's deeper, you just add more air to the airline, and that increases the pressure, and you're good. Because
yeah, but you got to make sure. Some people buy the plug-in air pumps, and if you buy a real small one for like a 10-gallon tank, it may not pump to a big deep tank like that. Because like you said turn up the pressure.
Yeah, because
some of them are adjustable.
The taller the tank, the more water in it, the more oxygen you got to run through that sponge filter to move all that water. But you'd be surprised what you can do with a small little pump. Even a pump for like a 20-gallon, 30-gallon works perfectly for a 75 because it all depends on the height.
Back up, got my big old head right in the camera.
But 3 feet tall, wow, that's a tall tank.
I'd have to go out and measure what mine is.
Yeah, that's like that's a 40-gallon on its side.
So you could get a stronger pump and you could just adjust it.
Right.
You could get the three outlets or the 2 outlets or the 4 outlets. And you can adjust it.
Yeah, because just the sponge filters that have the heavy weight in the bottom, those work fine. You just need a longer airline, but that works pretty good. All you want on that tank is just water movement.
Here's a picture of the moss I throw away. Bucket loads.
That's algae moss.
Moss, Christmas moss.
Damn, wait,
Like
shoot.
5 gallon bucketfuls. I
I'm
pulled it
trying
out
to
of that
grow,
one tank.
I'm
It
trying
just
to
grows
grow
like crazy.
I'm trying to grow more moss. I'm trying to get more for the killifish. And you threw them away?
Yeah,
Damn, I would have known. I would have asked you.
yeah.
I'm like, Dennis, I'll take that moss off you.
Well, you seen the tank with some of the rams that was in with all that moss. That tank fills up so fast.
It's like
I
that.
can't I
The
can't find a
flame
picture
moss
to
on
show you.
Richard looks fantastic. That flame moss he has.
Yeah. Well, see this tank right here. This moss just goes like crazy. It'll fill the whole tank up. It'll
Wow.
make the whole tank fill up. I have to pull it out 5 gallon buckets full.
Shoot, next time sim stuff for me, I'll take it from you.
Yeah.
Shoot, now I'm curious about the Altigo tank because a tank like that, you put a nice center, big plant, or you could put like a little bonsai, like the driftwood bonsai, and just cover it with moss or like Christmas moss like that, and that would look impressive, like right in the middle of that tank. All the fish are swimming around it. That would look fantastic.
I'm gonna go take a video on my outside real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Don't look at the mess.
Guys,
It ain't been clean.
you guys need to set up regular trays. So, what other stuff would you like to talk about, Mr. Henry? Oh, Henry.
What other stuff you saying to talk about?
Yes, sir. What else you would like to talk about in the fish hobby?
Something else for the fish hobby. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see.
So, for all your tanks, it's better off having all
What?
stuff, right? For all your tanks, it's better to have sponge filters, right?
Yeah, sponge filters is more the cheaper option, and they work really, really good. Like, they can compete with some of the hang on the back filters, because it all depends on your breeding. If you're gonna breed small fish, you're gonna need a sponge filter so they don't get sucked in. Especially your shrimp too. But yeah, and then let's see the other thing. The more tanks you have, you're gonna have to start thinking of having a central air pump for everything. I learned that the first time. I had small miniature pumps for almost everything.
Okay. What type of fish do you have the most of?
I have to go with guppies. I have a lot of guppies.
I guess that's the place I'm gonna have to go get some guppies from you.
I was doing some tank maintenance today, so some of the tanks are a little dirty. See, like I was cleaning the filter. The water still needs to rub down. It's like here's the half black greens, half gray reds, black. These are two different black. These actually no, these are the purple ones. I have Hellstream loaches with them as well. You can see. I love breeding Hellstream loaches with guppies. They don't bother. And then I got some gouramis as well. I'm breeding gouramis.
I used to love gouramis, but I don't like them no more.
Yeah. And I'm breeding white claw minos. There's some babies in this tank. The parents are in one of the bottom tanks. And here's the shelf dwellers. They're in this tank with some guppies. They're all on the bottom, the shelf dwellers. I forgot the name of this plant. I was talking to Richard about it because for his, he has no plants in it because it makes it more difficult to catch them. But I was expecting the shelf dwellers to move all the sand away and not let the plant grow and like root. But they let the plant alone in the middle. So it's like only in the middle.
Wow. They just want the plant to stay in the middle.
Yeah. I had it grow on the sides, but that's where they made they do all the breeding because they move all the sand from here. But they left like a big hill in the middle, and they left the plant alone. So I was expecting this plant to start floating up, but no, they let it grow. It's been here for months. It looks so nice too. And then here, I'm breeding some purple guppies with the crayfish.
Are those the Moscows?
Yeah, these are the purple Moscows. And here's the crayfish you love so much, Garcia.
Yes, I want more.
How many you got right now?
10.
Yeah, you will have more.
I know, but I still want more.
Mhm.
If you want, like, if you set up some ponds in your yard, those guys are hardy. You don't have to worry about the cold or anything. They will breed for you in a pond. You put a male and a female there, give it a few months, you're gonna get overrun quickly.
Okay, I took a video of my outside. It's dark. I don't have all the lights on, but we'll play it and see if you want to see it.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna put him on. We're gonna put him on the solo.
There we go. I'm trying to get a good. Can't see well. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
That light's off. See, I got 4 tanks over there. Some on the bottom. 40-gallon breeder. 20 long. That's the rack. NTV. But that's it. It'd be better in the daytime, but you can see better.
The good thing of you having the tanks out there is your fish are eating all the mosquito larvae. It's like free food.
Yeah.
It's like a pond in a way.
I got to worry about birds and coons.
So
How many raccoon problems?
I haven't had none lately, but I had one actually move my lid off of the top and try to get in there. The only reason I know that was because I had to hang on the back filter, and he slid the glass over to where the water flows and hit the glass and went all on the ground until half the tank was empty. It couldn't suck no more water. And I came in one morning, I was like, oh, what's going on? I thought the tank was leaking all on the ground, and something had moved the glass and shifted it over that. The only thing I figure is a coon, you know? So, so, but yeah, I keep, and I'm thinking maybe, Richard, you know the angelfish I had issues with, right?
Right.
I'm thinking birds or something got those because I put, with the big tank I just showed y'all, I have a bunch of little yellowtails in there, about 2-3 inches long or whatever. And I put like 15 angelfish in there to see what would happen. And I put them in that night. I came back from work the next day. There was only 4 angelfish in there. And I told Richard, I said, what happened? Over 10 angelfish are gone. There's no body carcasses, no bones, no nothing.
Damn.
But now them 4 have still been there for almost 3, 4, 5 days now, and nothing's happened to the other 4. So I'm like, how did 10 disappear overnight and the other 4 still no issues, you know? So I'm thinking maybe a blue jay or something came in there and started pecking out the top of it.
Could.
Because I have a little crack in the, just about that big in there, and if he could have, I don't know. I don't know why else they would disappear, you know.
I still say your yellowtails got them.
You think you say we went piranha on them, huh?
Yeah.
But I don't understand why the other 4 are still doing good.
You just never know. I mean,
yeah.
That's like Cynthia's bettas. She's got bettas and has shrimp in a lot of her betta tanks, no problem. And then other bettas, they'll eat every shrimp they see. You just never know.
I'm so sorry. Now's when I notice. Finger man, I'm sorry. Here's a late super chat. I'm sorry. He gave me a $3 super sticker. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Now, Dennis, the one problem I had in this fish room at the beginning, that door that's over there, at night when it's open, the frogs are in the glass outside. So some got in one time. I didn't know, and then killifish started disappearing. They were eating the killifish.
Oh man.
I was looking for the frog, but then one day I saw a half-eaten frog in one of the crayfish tanks. I'm like, you got what's coming to you. The crayfish caught the frog first. Because the frog is going to look for somewhere dark and moist with water, and the crayfish tanks are in the bottom. So they felt more comfortable down there. Well, they went into a tank where the crayfish were, never came back out. But I lost so many killifish that day. That was months ago. That's also one of the reasons for the new fish room, because a lot of us enter to that door. It's like one of the front entrances for the house. There's two front entrances. One, the main one, and then there's this one, because this used to be a garage. So we either enter to this door sometimes, depending where we park. So we enter through here. If it's nighttime, the frog is just waiting in the glass to get in.
Oh no. Nona, you're killing me, Nona. You're killing me, Nona.
Blueberry pie ice cream. Sketty, last night for the first time, I had sweet potato, but Japanese sweet potato, which is like purple, ice cream. It was pretty good.
You say purple ice cream?
It's Japanese sweet potato. The sweet potato is purple.
Wow.
Like the regular sweet potato is like orange, but that one was purple. It was pretty good. It was pretty sweet. That was the first time I had one.
Here's a question for you.
I live in Titusville, right in front of NASA. So more center east. All the cool people live down there in Fort Myers. You know? I'm not cool enough to live down there.
I'm in West Palm Beach.
We're trying to keep all the riffraff away from us. No.
That's right. Y'all stay over there on the East Coast.
I'm going over there again.
That's all right. You can come and visit. But you
Well,
just don't
Garcia,
stay.
he's in West Palm, so he's literally direct across the strait from you and I, Dennis. It's Henry that has the long drive. Garcia, you're what, about an hour and a half from me?
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5?
I'm saying you can drive across the state in 3, so.
But basically, I'll do it in 2. Because
it's called
my
UP.
feet kind of feel a little heavy.
Palm Bay. Works in Melbourne.
Just like a lot of the good main events are far away from me. When Aquashella was in Daytona, I couldn't go either because I was still cleaning up from the hurricane. And that would have been the first time I went to Aquashella, but I couldn't go. And that was the closest I had it on Daytona. I don't think they're going to do it again in Daytona.
Well, I hope you make it to Aquapalooza in April, Coral Springs. I think you'll like it.
Oh, yeah.
And then when is the Aqua Expo again? In October, right?
The Aqua Expo is in October. Aquapalooza is in April.
Is the expo the same date as last year?
What?
Is it the same date as last year for the expo?
Yeah, they do it every year in October. There's the Aqua Expo in Coral Springs. They do it every year, same time. That's why this last year, the Clash had changed their dates, and it was the same weekend as the Clash. But now this year, the Clash went back to their original date, so it's not the same. So we're going to be able to make both.
New Jersey.
You can still change your time. You
What?
can just Sketty in the chat. She's saying, "Dang, she should have came down here in April instead of March."
Oh,
She wants to go to Aquapalooza.
Zeppelin, welcome.
Zeppelin.
Jose, Australia, and
hey, Peplin. Hey,
6
Brian.
and 7. It's going to be September 6th and 7th.
September 6th.
The
For
Clash.
New Jersey. No, that's for New Jersey.
Oh, for New Jersey. Okay.
Did he say September 6th?
Yeah, September 6th and 7th.
You know what that is, huh, Richard?
Yep.
What?
It's somebody's birthday.
Yep. That's Cynthia's birthday, and Dennis, yours is what, the day after?
Same day.
Oh, same day. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I knew her birthday was on the 6th.
Yep.
Ah, easy to remember.
hmm
Easy for you to say. I'm not great with dates.
Yeah.
All of you celebrate my birthday. You just don't know it. Yeah, because mine is New Year's. So all of you celebrate it. You just don't know it.
I don't celebrate. I don't celebrate New Year's.
Well, hey, Garcia, Sketty Nonia, she'll be here in March sometime. You can always come over to see her and pick up those fish you forgot.
Richard, you got emerald green rasboras?
No, I do not. Not anymore. Emerald green. Dwarf emeralds. Yeah. Yeah, I've got dwarf emeralds.
Joy of Fish Keeping was asking if you
Oh,
somebody bred
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I breed dwarf emeralds and CPDs.
Do I know him? Yeah, I met him last Sunday.
June, one of my great members. June, thank you for being here. Oh yeah, hold on. I got to do it for June.
Yep, she's getting some angelfish from me. Gonna wait for the weather to get better.
Who's that?
Only Oscars, I think June.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Hey,
for the
June,
weather to get better for them
To
or for
ship
us.
them. To ship. I don't know. Our weather's good. I just
Yeah, it's
a
up
week or
north.
so they asked and it was like cold, So I'm like,
For us in June, we're just gonna start roasting.
there you go, right here for you, Henry.
Garcia.
Get to meet Skitty, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go down there in March to go meet you. I have to get ready for the Aquapalooza instead, because that's like a vacation every time I go down to Richard.
Nice.
I have to stay in a hotel, and if I go down there, I'm staying a whole weekend or 4 days, because just going for 1 day is not worth it.
Yeah, it was funny when I told Henry and Skipper was coming down, and I said, they're getting in Thursday, and we're going to take them collecting Friday, and then Saturday do the get-together cookout. And then like a week later, I said to Henry, I said, "So you're planning on coming?" Yeah, we already got our motel booked. We're coming in Thursday night.
Because you thought I was coming in like Friday early morning. I'm like, no. I have to be there Thursday. I gotta make the whole day for fish collecting. Because the first time we went fish collecting, I got there Friday, like the same day, and we went fish collecting on Saturday. So I'm like, nope, we have to make this last longer.
Hey,
Well,
Gordon.
you definitely went home with a bunch of fish this time.
Oh,
Hey, Gordon. Just one thing I gotta tell you. Gordon. Bend that ass over and let that coochie breathe. I'm already past my 3-hour mark. Aqua Balls, how you doing?
But yeah, I also went to other places too, because not often I get to go to Fort Myers. So that's when
Yep.
we went to go eat at Ford's Garage. Pretty good.
What's up,
Say,
Salem?
how you doing?
What happened, Garcia?
No, you're saying hello to Sailing Aquatics. If you haven't watched Sailing Aquatics, YouTube. Gotta do his little rant that he does now. That he does all these shorts. That he go YouTube. Yeah, June, it's good to see you. It's been a while. I've been trying to do things and stuff like that, but other things gonna happen. And
One of
no
these times, guys, one of these times when we go collecting, one of us will have to do a live stream and show everybody what we're doing and how we're collecting, and they can watch us. They can watch us fall in the fucking canal. And
I was gonna do that.
They can
I was
watch
gonna
us
do
fall
that
in
the other day,
canal.
but I skipped my whole mind.
Sorry.
That reminds me of poor Skipper. He slipped twice.
I heard they said that they're gonna put Garcia in the water.
Are we putting you in the water?
That's what I heard.
I know Skipper went in the water this trip.
Yeah.
In that same canal my butt went in the water last time. And now wait a minute. I got to tell you the story. Dennis and I went out collecting.
Hold on.
Because Curtis from Skull wanted some bluefin killies. So we went out to collect some. And we were at a canal, and there was a concrete culvert there. And I'm going to get fish. And in Florida, the second you hit the water line, it is like glass with algae. And I hit that and went in and started going in. And Dennis is trying to grab me, and there was nothing he could do. I went in all the way up, probably my waist, my chest. But yeah.
But you got that weird pike looking fish.
Yep. I got the pike killifish doing it. And then Skipper comes, and what canal does he fall in? The exact same place.
Twice.
Yeah, twice he did it.
I thought I was going to fall in, but no, it was Skipper.
Yep.
Dennis was prepared. Dennis knew the danger of that canal.
Well, I kept saying to Dennis the whole day, I'm like, Skipper keeps getting close to that. He's going to
He
end up.
did. He told me he was.
So every canal we go to, we were just waiting because he was really pushing it, trying to get way down in there. And man, that 1 inch more, and your feet come out from under you here, and you're gone.
Oh, that was funny. I felt a little bad for him, but it was funny. It was funny.
Well, then I got a kick out of his wife. She's like, "Are there alligators in these canals?" And we're like, "This is Florida. There are alligators in every canal."
There you go. Aqua Balls is going to try and breed the black ram.
Ooh.
Cool.
Wish you best of luck.
You know, I have to be honest. I've had the black ram, and I've had what they call the blue blacks, which are they look like German blues, but they're like really dark, almost black, but they have that blue hue to them. I like those better than the dark night rams, the ones that are just solid black.
Because they have more color to them, not just like plain old black.
Yeah, those blue blacks, man. When the light hits them certain ways, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're black. I love that contrast.
Really nice. They're really gorgeous. I thought Dennis was going to get some of those.
The what?
The blue and black rams.
Oh no, you mean out of my electric blues?
No, just having some in general, like getting some.
Yeah, I might. I was hoping Richard's German blue rams would have.
Well,
maybe.
The problem is, yeah, Dennis has seen my German blue rams for a while, and he loves them. The problem is, I have 2 males and no females.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I've got 2 males. It took a while. I had, they had to mature for me to see, but yeah,
Yeah,
I've got 2
that would
males,
make sense.
not a female.
What are you doing, Garcia?
Just looking at something real quick.
I saw that comment in the chat, looking for that 300 gallon. Mm.
Ah,
Now, what if you find something bigger though? You just take it.
I'm still gonna take it no matter what. This sofa is cold. If I find a bigger one and it's 30 deep,
As long
Hey,
as the
guys.
tank can go through your door, you're fine.
Garcia, why don't you just build one?
That too.
it sounds like a plan, but
That
it's
commence of work.
like I don't want, just like with this 150, I don't want to fix it because I'm worried about that start leaking again.
No, I'm saying if you're wanting a tank that big, 300 to 500 gallons, you can build it plywood and plexiglass windows. A lot cheaper than a glass or acrylic one would cost you. You know what I'm saying? Then you can custom build it whatever size you want it.
Well, if I decide, if that comes to that point for me to build it, so I guess I mean getting Dennis, Henry, and you, and rebuild it.
That's kind of what I do for a living is building stuff. So yeah. We could come over there, dude. I bet we could have that whole thing built in a weekend, and then you'd have the task of getting it painted and sealed up good. But we could have the whole damn thing built in a weekend, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, that's the fun of it. Building the tank.
Because my Florida guys will start getting big soon. Because the last time I got him, he was this small, and now he's big.
So now Garcia, now that you want to go for the option of building one, why don't you just go a little bigger then?
How big?
How big do you want?
I was gonna say, how big a room you got?
We can just start
I'm
building.
right in the middle. I'm right in the middle of the room, like about probably like 2-3 foot to the left and 2-3 foot to the right.
Any of those walls concrete block?
The back and the left side.
There you go. You got 2 sides of your aquarium already built.
And also,
There you go.
we
You
could
already
do
save money right there.
and for the water changes, I could just dump the water right up.
There you
Go
go.
on the wall.
That is, in all honesty, it wouldn't be that hard for a bunch of us to come over one weekend and bang it out for you.
See, they think that was joking about my sliders opens 3 doors wide, huh? Look at there. See? The slider doors here, they do. They open 3 doors wide.
Mm.
I can get big tanks in here. They were talking about the size of the tank determines by the size of the slider doors. Mine opens 3 doors wide, so I get big tanks.
So
Somebody's got an echo, Richard.
that's probably on Richard's side. I bet you watch. I'm gonna put him on mute. Watch.
Keep talking, you don't hear it no more, do you?
You see?
I can't hear unless someone's talking. No, I'm still here.
All right,
Maybe
let's
it's me.
go.
Keep
Hello,
talking.
hello,
Oh, wait a minute.
hello.
I think it's Henry.
It's Henry.
Henry's got his phone by his computer, huh? Is his sound coming out into his computer?
I guess.
It's all the way down. It's
Oh,
all the way
wow.
down.
Yeah, mine's all the way down.
Yeah, it ain't you. I think it's Henry.
It's probably the
Oh,
echo in the fish room.
Oh my God! How are you doing? how's Cleveland doing? You guys have been working a lot. They've been working on that tank. We gotta have you guys come back.
Rookie.
I gotta have you come back. Since now that you're doing your own channel, I will wait for you to come back on my channel. Henry, Nathan, be at your best behavior.
He's back already. Look at the see, Nathan. You can join.
I can't. I got a migraine.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas right now.
Oh, I love
Oh my God.
enchiladas are actually one of my favorites.
Talking about food now, and I'm making me hungry.
It's all right. We're all going to order pizza, and Henry's going to pay for it.
There you go.
For this channel right here. For this channel right here. You guys gotta go check it out. And check out their work. And these guys got an amazing tank that he built. It's tremendously big. It's huge.
Shoot, now I want to build a big tank too.
Yeah, that could be your show tank in your living room.
Yeah, are you talking about some of the tanks like Aquarium Domain's been building?
Yeah.
Some of those tanks are really cool, but they're huge.
Wasn't it like 10,000 gallons or something like that? What was the big one he built?
Neither
Yeah,
one, Nathan.
got them like thousands of
Cheese
gallons.
sauce, Nathan.
His whole basement basically is all these
Queso.
aquariums he built.
If I were to do a tank like that, I would love to have archer fish.
Oh, I would too. Archers are cool.
And just have the back of the tank like full of plants just growing out.
I had mud skippers for a while. They were cool. Had a 40-gallon breeder I did brackish water and had the mud skippers in, and they were cool.
Oh yeah, they're great.
The fish corner. I just turn you into a moderator. You can drop your link anytime you want.
Shoot, now I'm excited. Now when I build a big tank too, when I get the fish from going.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Nathan. I tell them no red sauce and queso instead on the enchiladas.
So yeah, sooner or later, what says what you think about 5/8?
I don't know. You're echoing bad, Garcia.
Mute Henry and he'll be all right.
Oh.
You-
I'll say mute Dennis.
we muted you and it went away.
Okay, so how you doing?
No more echo.
That's better.
No more echo.
See?
It's we just can't help it with this newbie.
It ain't no air filter, Henry.
I'm just saying, wait a minute, Garcia. Was that the newbie or was that you?
No, that's the newbie.
Okay, newbie, here you go.
What do you hear? You hear the air pumps?
No,
No.
it's an echo from the voices.
Yeah,
It's like it's coming out twice.
It's coming out twice because when you hear my voice, you can hear it here. As soon as I put you on mute,
It goes away.
it's all gone. All gone.
That's why I thought your phone
Dark.
was picking up sound from your computer or vice versa.
Reflecting back.
Yep. Welcome back. Na, na, na.
I just hope so. Oh, still there.
So what was the question, Garcia? You said success of the wood?
Yeah. You think 5/8 will be better on the plywood or 3/8?
What do you think, Richard?
What?
Plywood tank. 3/8 or 5/8, he said. What?
Yeah.
Depends on how big you want it. We'd have to, a pound, or I mean, a gallon of water is 8.4
8 pounds roughly.
pounds. A little over 8 pounds per gallon. You got to figure out your gallons and how big the tank's going to be, and then you can figure out how much pressure is going to be against it. Personally, if you're wanting to do a really big tank, I'd spend the extra money and go 3/4 inch plywood and 2x6. Or if you got 2 block walls already, go down to the concrete subfloor, acid etch it, and do concrete block.
Really?
Because you already got 2 walls of concrete block. It's nothing to grind out, get back to the original block and tie it all in.
Yeah, but that's a brick wall, concrete block. That's a concrete block.
So then you're only making, all you got to do is do a little grinding and acid etching so you can get it all concrete together. But then you're only doing 2 more walls. Just food for thought. Down here in Florida, I mean, your home's like mine. It's a concrete block with a concrete subfloor.
Yep.
So that'd be easy to tie into.
Yeah. Oh, he's thinking. He's thinking.
How big do you want it to be, Garcia?
From that wall to that wall.
But
The
there you go.
wall.
You got 3 walls already right there.
We can make that happen for you, man.
And we could do it 30 deep. And probably 24.
That's a good size. Good size. So you only, technically speaking, only have to worry about the front. Because you already got the 3 walls taken care of. If you're going that long.
And I got some glass from that tank. If my local breeder doesn't pick it up, I'll use that glass. But I'm looking at probably like about almost like $3,000 or $4,000
For
for.
For
you
what?
said $3,000 for. I missed what you said.
Or materials to make the tank.
Oh, it's cheaper than that.
It wouldn't cost $3,000 for that.
Way, way cheaper.
Yeah.
Because most of your material is just going to go to one part, just one wall you're making. Because you already got the 3 block walls. All your material is just going to this one in the floor.
And right behind here is the window.
Your biggest expense is going to be the epoxy sealer to seal it all, the rubber.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you get it in 5-gallon buckets and it's hundreds of dollars a bucket. That would be the biggest expense.
No problem at all. And thank you for being here and checking out Garcia Aquatics. And tell Cleveland to keep building stuff. And we gotta have you and Cleveland come back.
Because if you end up using the glass from that tank, you just have like 2 window platforms, like to see. You already have glass there. You already save money if you use that glass from that tank.
Yeah, just one small window, and then the other side just cover it up.
There you go.
Or I'll find another glass or whatever.
But if I remember right, last weekend, your wife was promised a craft room before you got that.
Oops. How quickly we forget.
Yeah, I think that was the deal. She gets her craft room and then you get your huge tank.
Well, she was talking about a real tank, not a built tank.
Yeah, oh, okay.
See?
Let's see what she has to say about that.
Dennis, guess what, Dennis?
What's that? I'm in trouble.
He got put in timeout.
Yeah.
Because even the glass, you can go somewhere where they custom make the glass for you. You just tell them a size and they make it custom.
Well, if he's got a tank that's cracked now, just take the glass from that.
I got
And
the
if
front and the two sides.
If you're doing a block aquarium, then you make the glass, make sure that the hole is smaller than the glass. And when you seal it, the pressure from the water will help keep that glass sealed up against the concrete block. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at it from the outside looking in, you'll see the glass will be inside the block.
June, I was feeding him some clams and crawfish and snails. Clams, snails, and crawfish. Not the electric blue crayfish. And he loves
Do
those
you go?
things.
Do you go in the canal and get apple snails and just throw them in there?
No, I don't do that.
You don't fall in?
Nope, I'm worried about the gators.
Well, the gators aren't going to hurt you.
There's just like they're like little puppies.
He knows that.
Don't
He
bother
knows
you.
they're not gonna hurt him. He ain't gonna get by.
I know
him.
that. I just look at their teeth. Forget about it. All that bacteria.
Mm-mm.
They're more afraid of you than anything else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll eat the tail.
You'll be okay. They won't get you.
The clams, get the half shell clams.
Where do you buy your clams? Like, do you get them like big bags?
They sell them in the local fish stores. The half clams, the half shells, and my local fish stores they have them. But they got it for the saltwater puffers. So the half shells, I just throw about like 6 or 8. I scatter all over the place. He goes crazy. But there's been times I throw the half shells, and I throw in the crawfish.
How often do you feed them?
Mostly, let me see. Sundays I feed them. Tuesday I feed them. Thursday I feed them, and Saturday I feed them.
So every other day. Nice.
Yeah. But I always keep it on his beak. Oh, what you gotta say, Anthony?
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what he's saying is he has to go with you when you go get some apple snails. He'll take care of the gators for you.
No. I'm not getting in the water. And do not push me in. Well, we're ready to hit the 3-hour mark in 15 minutes. I'll leave you for last. Dennis, any words of wisdom that you want to share with everybody here?
Nope. Do clean water changes. Take care of your fish. Feed your fish. That's it.
Richard.
Have patience, water changes, and don't keep your tanks too overly clean. You don't want a sterile environment, you know?
And the Virgin on his first live stream.
Popped his cherry tonight.
Mr. Henry, any words of wisdom?
For me, keep track of how many tanks you're getting. You can easily get out of control. Your wallet is gonna start feeling it.
And as for me, I want to appreciate all the support and all the love. Richard, thank you for being here. Dennis, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Henry, thank you for being here. And all my moderators for dropping the links. Thank you for being here. And my channel members, thank you for being here. And thank you for all those super chats. And I really appreciate all the support and all the love that you guys been showing me. Just look up Aquarium Fantasy, Southwest Florida Aquatics, and go with the flow Aquatics. Look up their channels and go ahead, subscribe to their channel. Even though we're still trying to get Nathan to his first 100, and we trying to get him up there, and he's gonna be putting more videos. But one thing I gotta tell you, just make sure, June. Thank you, June. Hey, June, this is for you. And this too, June. I really appreciate everybody for coming out, hanging out with the Aquatics. And you guys really show a lot of support and a lot of love. And there's going to be more videos out soon. Just bear with me. I'm trying to do everything that I can. And I'm still trying to work on getting a website for everybody to look up my merch and stuff like that. And I really appreciate all the support. And Dennis, Richard, Henry, not leave yet. And guys, and everybody that came and left and still came back, and the people still watching. I love you all, and I'll see you guys till the next time. I see Aquatics out.
See you guys.
Good night, everyone.